everyone. Pretty bad news for everyone today. A while ago, my phone fell out of my pocket and onto the driveway, shattering the screen and making it so I cannot turn it on. My two-factor authentication was connected to this number, so I quickly became aware that if anything happened to log me out of Google, I would be screwed until I could get a new phone with my number moved over. Well, that something happened today. Oh yeah, no, we'll talk about. The reality is, I don't have any issue with these people personally. I don't want to see their channels fail, but I do think it's important to highlight YouTubers who go full-time,
something to you, Nick?
Who really are living paycheck to paycheck, who don't understand taxes, who beg their audiences for money, and it just so happens that, like, all these BreadTubers are doing this. It started with, like, in praise of Shadows, and then there was the guy who plays as girls in video games and made a whole video about, I forgot why was he funny again? What did he do? Oh, he was the one who said that if you tell people why you're unsubscribing on Patreon, it is a form of financial abuse. That was hilarious. And, like, since then, all these BreadTubers are just lining up. They're lining up, chat, to tell you how pathetic they are on, like, a daily basis. It's weird. Why are they doing this? They like, it's Trump season. Yeah, Solari. It's Donald Trump season, chat. You can make so much money as a leftist, as a liberal, doing political content right now. Bro, all you gotta do is start making shit about the fucking tariffs, dude.
I love that Xanderhal for the past couple of months is blaming Trump, Elon, due to their friendship with the CEO of YouTube, and his channel and
the lead up to Biden's presidency was such a lucrative time for these people. They were probably making like 10, 20 times what they're making these current months. I don't know why none of them are making content. You can look at all of them. Some of these guys, I think the Innuendo Studios guy puts out like 2 9-minute videos per month and expected to live off of that in Patreon. Why? Why not, like, and again, I think we're going to hear it in here, spoiler alert, Xanderhal cries about, not cries, but he, like, bitches about donations. He's streaming at 3 o'clock in the morning for some people. Dude, the American audience is asleep, Xanderhal. Why are you streaming at 3 in the morning? Like, on the Aiden Project stream schedule, yeah. It's like they make all the wrong decisions on purpose, and then they blame every other factor other than themselves why they're not financially stable. Now, speaking of not financially stable, I interrupt this broadcast to talk about Bowblax. As usual, as is tradition for these streams, I went to go check out the new Bowblax video today because I saw that he'd covered Twitter versus dumb fundraisers. It was an interesting one. Yeah, we're jumping in to interrupt and interrupt, okay? So I saw Denims is here. I'm like, oh, let's check out the new Bowblax video. And I realized something. It appears I've been kind of stealthed. Do you feel stealthed? There's gameplay in this.
It would be implied that they were severe.
Ooh, what's going on? Why is there gameplay in this Bowblax segment? I'm not seeing... Oh, there's context, okay. There's one tweet, all right. Where are all the tweets, dude? That was your one thing. Where are all the tweets, Bowblax? You're supposed to just read the tweets.
No way, no. Start said lost. This
is like a shitty commentary video, bro. Nobody's watching for this.
My favorite reporter of my EHD and Bowblaxian news.
Where are all the tweets?
Instead of
Josh, where are all the tweets?
Day holding back. Backlash?
Nobody finds any of the stuff you say insightful. Nobody's watching for your input on these subjects, and they're certainly not watching for 3 topics in 17 minutes. You probably don't have much to say.
No way, no.
It's anything but just making Twitterverses, and he stealthed us. Twitterverses dumb fundraisers. Did
Bowblax post his Johnson again?
So I don't know where the comment section is right now, but I caught this fairly early, and I saw something that I wasn't expecting, because normally when you jump in these things, it's like, yeah, it's that. Or it's like, he is deleting comments. You deleted my last comment. Why? Wait. Okay, no, it's still happening. So, I saw this video when it had Alright. I overestimated Bowblax. I saw this at like 11 a.m. when it had 2.5k views, and he's gained 500 views since. Okay. This is like the reverse Mike from PA moment. Holy shit, I thought he had more. Okay, so this is probably pretty accurate as to what I was seeing at the time. Dude, so this guy had 2,500 views on this video, right? And all the comments were from conservatives. I know! I wasn't expecting that. It wasn't like, oh, Teesler, or you're lazy, or this sucks, this content is terrible. It's all these people talking about Carmelo Anthony. And that was just funny to me. Like, I was looking down here and be like, when are you going to sell your Tesla, homeless boy, or something like that? And I go in there and it's all about Carmelo Anthony. So I screenshotted it. Now, if you don't know, Carmelo Anthony is like a race war related Twitter topic where I guess this guy killed somebody and they're claiming it's in self-defense. And then the conservatives are saying that it was a brutal murder. It's like the current race war topic on Twitter. And I'm watching this. Yeah, see, like, Dude, it's at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. This shit is... He's getting 300... What is he... Okay, hold on, wait, what is this? What did he gain? What did he gain, dude? He gained like 1,000... Was it 3.5? He's getting like under 1,000 views. I'm like... it's almost 7 o'clock. That's so bad. But yeah, I was in here and it's like... Oh, now when is your video on the worst fundraiser? Carmelo Anthony. I'm sure there's going to be a video on that. No... There's one fundraiser missing. Talk a big game, but you won't talk about that one like a coward. I guarantee Bowblax has never heard of who this person is. Like, literally fucking never. Yeah, it's a high schooler. But yeah, it was. I knew it was a high schooler. I need to see the same energy over Carmelo getting a fundraiser.
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
If there's not a problem funding the murders, there shouldn't be one to fund races. I can tell by their story. It's the same situation.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Hi. I guess you talk about the blondie who said the N-word. Why don't you talk about the person of color who stabbed a white innocent child and started money raising? But Carmelo Anthony gotta go fund me? Like, dude, like, what is happening? Wait, why did he reply? I actually have that on. I have that here. Didn't say that. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Why would you assume I'm pro-murder? So that's in response to the I need to see the same energy over Carmelo getting it, right? Why would you assume I'm pro-murder? I didn't hear about that fundraiser. Also, lumping in a violent crime into a video about mostly silly verbal stuff. Keep in mind, it's like some white woman calling a black kid the fucking N-word is one of the mostly silly... Dude, from the creator of Black Lives Matter, the musical, that's mostly silly verbal stuff, I guess. So I'm pro no one getting special treatment because of their race. Either we all get it or we're equally shit. Tired of seeing the same people causing all the shit. Wait, what? Wait, chat, what do you think he means by this? Who are the same people who cause all of this shit? I'm just curious. Dude, this is so weird. Because, like, this is one... I've never seen these people go after Bowblax before.
The goat. Thank you for the
Dude, tired of seeing the... Dude... Tired of seeing the same people targeting fucking... causing all this shit and crying victim, dude. Absolutely capped. There's no universe you heard about Shiloh's fundraiser, but not Carmelo Anthony. Just say you don't think that fundraiser, you don't think that the fundraiser is dumb. Don't fucking lie. I don't think Bowblax even knows this stuff from whatever he put in the video. Honestly, I legitimately don't even think he knows that. So Bowblax didn't, like, he wrote me, and this was, like, probably the weirdest response I've ever gotten. Because I think this is a genuinely, like, interesting interaction here. I don't think this is just taking a pot shot for taking pot shots. I said, Bowblax, the new Twitterverse is a shitty comment. Oh, yeah, sorry. The new Bowblax Twitterverse is just a shitty commentary video where he hardly reads any tweets. That was the mean part, I guess. The surprising part is most of the comments aren't saying he sucks or making jokes at his expense. They're demanding he cover Carmelo Anthony. So Bowblax said... What's the shitty part of my video that you expected me to be mocked in the comments over, Nick? Is it when I shit on the mom?
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Is it when I shit on the mom who raised $700,000 for calling a 5-year-old the N-word? Or the couple who started the fundraiser after posting anti-Semitic shit? So I wasn't really sure what he was implying here. Is it that, like, I am anti-Semitic? Is it that, is it, like... Am I racist? Like, this is a weird reply. And again, it's even funnier because he himself has referred to those things as mostly silly shit. Mostly silly verbal stuff, by the way. When he says it, it's mostly silly verbal stuff. When I disagree with him, I must love the N-word and hate Jews. So that's cool. So I wrote back to him, I said, well, I expected more of the usual. Internet versus posts significantly more frequently with better topics and more relevant tweets. And stop giving your opinion. No one cares what you think. Just read the tweets. And when will you sell your Tesla? Are usually the comments that I see in a average Bowblax video. And then he wrote, you're so parasocial and controlling over the type of content I decide to make on my own YouTube channel. It's like, dude, you don't get it. You don't get it. Why does this video have 3,000 views? I'm not protective over your content, Bowblax. Your content sucks. You're not making any money. Dude, it's extremely easy to be on the right side of this one. He's not making any money. Dude, he just needs to make Twitter verses and do it consistently. It's all he's needed to do dude, he talks about 9 months. How many fucking videos this guy made in 9 months, dude? Dude, are you fucking serious? Dude, Best of Bowblax was 9 months ago. He's made 1, 2. This is a fucking compilation. These are compilation videos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He has made 14 Twitter verses in 9 months, chat. 9 months.
Mr. Oreo.
Let's check the
It's clear you mean making fun of him for just being himself, and he is twisting it in the most disingenuous and malicious way
but that's
possible.
the thing, he just lies now. It's so funny. And I go to the Connor tweet, and I can't, you can't talk about it without showing this metric. All I'm saying is he needs to make more Twitter verses. Bowblax, in the last 28 days, has garnered 194,000 views on his YouTube channel. Connor has 195,000 views in the last 48 hours on a channel that has 17,000 subscribers. It's not rocket science. You just need to try a little. It's the same niche. These are your viewers. You just have to go get them. Try. You are so parasocial and controlling over the type of content I decide to make on my own YouTube channel. It's getting creepy, especially with how long you've been at it. We've had our falling out 9 months ago. Why are you publicly asking me about my car/finances? Stop obsessing. I'm just going to let you know, I have no intention of slowing down. I'm going to insert you into every story I can. After that whole comment cop fucking bullshit that you started, I feel justified to talk about you every funny opportunity that comes up. I'm not skipping any of these. I have no empathy for you, so I don't care. And by the way, it's extremely funny for you to say this because you're the tipster bully stream guy. Do you know what a tipster bully stream was? It was Bowblax smoking a shitload of weed, fucking harassing tipster, telling his audience to go fuck with him, and just fucking making intrinsic shots at him or bashing him for fucking being LGBTQ.
No way!
That's all this guy did for a year.
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Twitter vs greater than Bowblax.
That's all he did. All he did was get high, say a bunch of shit that he apparently doesn't believe now, and just harass tipster for being LGBTQ. You don't get to fucking high horse me. What high road could you possibly take with me? So that's the Bowblaxian segment of the day. That's our daily Bowblax. It's our daily blacks of the day. Is there any other little intro doodahs before we get started? Oh, I gotta cover this. I gotta put this. I'm gonna grab this one really quick. I gotta remember to stick this in the Noah section. Yes, here we go. This has got to go in the Noah section. I think Mike the Bike got a shout out from Drama Alert, which was cool. We played his song on a stream recently. Congratulations, Mike. Is there anything else before we can get going?
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
As a former Bowblax viewer, Internet VS is just better.
It is.
Josh should stick to socially awkward video game commentary and trying to bully Tipster while trying to be high and a high horse.
But he can't do that anymore because it doesn't work anymore. Nobody, like, you can't bully Tipster anymore if you're Bowblax. You've lost that privilege. It means he needs to go get a job. Speaking of getting a job, Xanderhal, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Wait, where's the song? What is the one? Is it this? No, it's like the Friends entrance song. What is the Friends entrance song?
I don't respect you.
Not the opening.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Is that what it is? There's like an entrance song. Smaggle DM. What do you got here? Oh no! Oh no, dude, from the top ropes, bro. No! Dude, no way, bro. Tipster just fucking came in from the top ropes. You cheered it on.
Are you a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling
You
that?
cheered it on when he was doing it to me, even going so far as to engage in the same behavior yourself. Now you see what it's like, don't you? Doesn't it feel so good when you're the one on the hot seat, does it? Oh god, dude. He can't stop winning. Hold this man back. Oh, dude, Tipster born again. Better than Daredevil, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so funny. But anyways, guys, Xanderhal. So, in our last installment, we had a derail moment where we covered
Nicholas,
a BreadTuber who got
$5,
$150,000 from his audience because he needed back taxes money. Okay? This guy's lazy as shit. He produces a fucking, what was this series? Decoding the Alt-Right or something?
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5.
If you're watching in VOD form, you've likely seen these segments back to back, so you'll know more than I do at this moment, because it's been a few days. But yeah, he makes 8-minute videos, 2 of them per month, and then he expected to live off of like $2,000 to $4,000 worth of Patreon money. It's not known how much he had when he started. He definitely was way over 4,000 or whatever by the time that it was all said and done. So Xanderhal is now going to cover this said content. And Xanderhal, as you probably know if you've been watching the channel for any time, has also had issues. 1,000 VODs, 1,000 views on a stream VOD is dangerously low. That's not good. For context, we've got 2 Xanderhals in our concurrent viewers right now. That's not good. That's bad. Okay. We also had like the Cherry situation where Cherry was financially managing Xanderhal, and then he almost lost, I guess, a house or something because actually, funny enough, you know when we talk about what is the lefty organization that was paying all of these people, that was bankrolling these people? That Destiny and Vosh did events for. It was Progressive Victory. Progressive Victory that was bankrolling all these leftists or whatever. Xanderhal was one of the beneficiaries. They were paying this guy thousands of dollars, but he had his editor manage his money, so it went to the wrong place, so they had to like fight to get the money. And he's like, Cherry, you're gonna make me homeless if I have to move back in with my abusive mother, okay? You fucked it. You fucked me, Cherry. Like that whole rant that happened was fucking hilarious. Xanderhal's also known as the guy who had all of his money in PayPal. So when I reference the fact that YouTube is now making PayPal a option for getting your money every month or whatever when your AdSense comes in, I knew it would be a problem because people like Xanderhal used it for banking. The PayPal balance.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Oh, you want me to pull up the EFAP clip? I'll pull it up. A new goal. Oh god, you hit the goal. Sorry. We're covering BreadTubers. I forgot to. I need to get my goals in check. Yeah, I'll pull up the EFAP clip to give you the rundown. Xanderhal. For context, while Xanderhal was streaming at 3 in the morning, I jumped on this EFAP stream at 6 a.m. and I waited, and then all of a sudden I went into I went into maximum overdrive. Okay, in my coverage of this. Here, this is Xanderhal explaining how he's lost all his money.
A lot of the times it's just automatic. It's just this is what we deposited to
Nicholas!
you.
The GOAT.
Thank you for the $5,
my man.
I love the Lumbee tribe.
I want you to know that if I have to fly to California tomorrow, I can't bring my PC. I will not be able to afford your pay. Your job will not exist tomorrow because you wouldn't message me back. This is still salvageable, but time is now.
Xanderhal, here, take my
Thank
money.
you. Dude, this gets me every time, bro.
Now slipping away. And if you're asleep and you see this in the morning, it's already too late.
Oh no,
I'm also now in hot water with Brianna because I look bad for having you handle this shit while I was busy. You were the one who got me to join PV. I told you I'd be too busy to handle this stuff, and you said you would. I have to pay another $250 so my mom can reschedule her flight and extend her rental car for next week. My lease ends in 25 hours, but I won't be stranded here without her when I get kicked out. I could have locked in this house hours ago if you were fucking awake to send me the W-9 and pay agreement from PV to verify my income, you fucking fuck!
Dude, this is one of the craziest situations. I actually have a full read through of this on my channel. This is the second time I read this, but it was funnier because these guys hadn't seen it before. This was like during Mauler's episode 300 super stream, and they were doing a full 24-hour thing. So Mauler's like, "Oh, we're gonna do more Boogie, Nick. Come on, let's talk about Xanderhal." So I had woken because I was falling asleep to Deadpool and Wolverine. And I put an alarm on to be awake for this. So I had literally rolled out of bed, and he's like, "Wow, we're gonna do Xanderhal DMs." I'm like, "Oh god, we gotta do this, dude. We gotta do it right. We gotta do it right."
I like how he edited that. You could tell that he
edited it, yeah.
up somewhere.
Yeah, he edited this, so he's like, "Oh, I got a spelling mistake in here."
And he had to edit it.
Great delivery, dude.
That was beautiful.
Only person I would have had this place and moved in by now, you motherfucker. You are the only person holding this whole process back now, you fuck. And if I end up being made homeless because my place gets nabbed up by tomorrow and I'm stuck living with my abusive mom again, and my fans ask why I'm back where I started, I'll make sure they know it was because of you.
Dude, I love Xanderhal, bro. Dude, Xanderhal is like such an underrated. I don't even know what I was channeling there. So wait, where is that? What is that from? Where it's like, it's because of you. I forgot. Like that's from something. I was referencing something. My God.
That's how you really feel, Jesus.
Oh yes, dude, it was Nacho. Dude, I was channeling Nacho Varga from Better Call Saul. Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit. It was because of me.
Slightly.
Oh, we got an additional character now.
Like all of them. That was fucking awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was great.
There's so many things in this text. I'm just so confused. So she paid her mom for a rental car and extended.
Dude, you probably won't even pay me this month. Why? Why do you think I won't pay you? Tell me why you think I can't and how that makes me bad. You didn't last month. Why? Say it. Why couldn't I pay you? And how does that reason make me an asshole? I'm gonna get evicted at the end of the month at this rate, Cherry. We have not made enough money. I cannot change that. Like, dude, it's so fucking funny to read these messages. Say my name. Oh no, bro. Oh god. Wait, dude, this one. I've been your #1 supporter for 2.5 years. I'm worried if you don't agree to this, you're going to hurt me. I'm not Keffels. You talk about wanting people to die a lot. A lot of people need to die, to be fair. Yeah, we're still friends, right? Like, you still want to see my dog and stuff, right? Dude. Oh god. I hate all of them, Cherry. I want all of them to die. I would kill Keffels in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even shoot her. I'd beat her to death with the gun. You're not in a good mental state. I will kill her. What is her? Okay, dude, I can't even. I don't think I can read this. I don't think I can read.
She's in Ireland. Oh, gee, Rick, I'm not sure if that's public. Please stop. You're spiraling. Somebody has to die for this. I will not be happy until someone has died for this. Ideally, Keffels. So this is Xanderhal. We were getting there. I never actually got to say it, but he put all of his money into PayPal, right? His PayPal was his bank account. Somebody hacked it and spent his life savings on Steam games. I'm not kidding. This guy had to start at ground zero because all of the money in his name was in the PayPal balance. So somebody spent his entire life savings on games on Steam. Yes. Oh, by the way, check out EFAP. 100%. Absolutely go check out EFAP. So that's for context why it's funny that we're watching Xanderhal talk about that other guy who didn't pay his taxes and begged for money online, because Xanderhal has had his own storied... Someone could make a really good video, like, calling it the banking of Xanderhal or something. Like, no, dude, going through Xander, like the itinerary of Xanderhal's financial career or something, just going through all of the times that he has had like insane money issues to the point where it reaches satirical levels.
Y'all know what to do when I say action, right? 3, 2, 1, action. Today is a sad...
Oh, God, wait. Dude, okay, so Xanderhal, funny enough, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. When I started figuring out how I was going to do my drama streams, I thought of Xanderhal, because he's got a good system where he picks out segments, like very much like these, right? I use Edge so I can see what they are. Yeah, I stream off of Edge, I know, ridiculous. But what he does is he streams segments, and he, like, ends the video, does a regular video intro while he's actively live. I don't do it like that. I just kind of start talking and I just go through what we're doing. But the thought process for making these streams more clippable for me was Xanderhal. So that's what's happening right now. When he said action, that was the video starting.
Day. And this is going to be a sad segment, full disclosure. As we're gonna have
Guys, this is gonna be a sad segment, dude. I feel like we're going to be really sad during it.
Very real. And we're going to have to talk about a bit of a reality of being a progressive content creator that doesn't really get talked about much because complaining about your station and your reach as a creator online...
Dude, this is like the fucking... This is literally the Super Bowl of poor BreadTube exposés. He's talking about the elephant in the room, why all of his other friends are also fucking poor and lazy and don't make videos. This is the Avengers Endgame of all. It would only be better if a portal opened up in the back and then fucking Solari comes out of it with like weird music, and then like fucking In Praise of Shadows and Bowblax jump through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. He's addressing the elephant in the room, chat.
Especially on YouTube, is seen as very presumptuous, very ungrateful, demanding, insincere. Like, I could go on for like an hour listing the ways that people kind of feel and react to...
Oh my god, stop the segment. He has a goal. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of small. His goal, okay, that he has set. We just hit goals on this channel. We just set goals. We hit goals. There's no real... My current goal is I won't become Bowblax. This guy has a goal right now to put on a onesie. It's like iDubbbz' torture stream, but he does this every night. He will wear a onesie if you give him $80. Oh god. Okay.
When it comes to the online left, I think most people who are part of it watch content from creators that push progressive ideology.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think maybe they're not all lazy? Maybe they're so anti-capitalist that all their fans can't afford to support their stream? Wait, maybe their fans think less of them because they make money off of ads because they're all like socialists, right? Maybe like they're just like, oh, we've got to give all of our money to Hassan, dude. They just filter all the money through Hassan. Wait, you know the one where it's like the fat guy drinking and then the fucking skinny guy's actually literally Xanderhal just like dying? Dude, wait. This is literally Hassan Piker. Open image in new tab. Bro, this is like straight sitcom woman, gay best. Okay, I don't know what the caption is. We're gonna ignore caption. ignore ignore caption. Thank you for hitting the goal. It's like there's Xanderhal and Hassan Piker, okay? And the average viewer is right here. So they're like, oh, Xanderhal's like, please give me $5 to live. And they're like, must give more money to Hassan Piker.
As simple as just
maybe that's what's happening.
Push progressive ideology. It's not as simple as just content to them, or to most of.
Is Nick the straight sitcom woman or the gay best friend, dude? I don't. Any way I answer that, I'm in trouble, big trouble.
You guys, right? I think a lot of it is also the success of progressive content online, in the same way that success for conservative content online more or less directly translates to influence.
Dude, fuck you, bro. I don't even hate you, Xanderhal. Dude, Twitch literally did not have conservatives for like years. Asmongold is the biggest conservative on Twitch because they banned them all. YouTube did a blanket purge of the crazier ones. If you're a progressive, you have access to every single platform.
The GOAT. Thank you for the $5, my man.
You have an endless base of support, okay, on all of the major sites, and your chances of getting banned are dangerously low. Literally, Xanderhal's biggest problems with strikes. Do you know the biggest problem with strikes that Xanderhal had? He got strikes because he was making fun of conservatives who were making anti-vax content. He was getting strikes by accident because YouTube was trying to ban the person he was talking about. That you have so many chances to be a successful leftist online creator or a successful liberal online content creator.
And reach in...
Asmongold is a centrist. Asmongold watches Trump on Twitch. That's like the most conservative thing that has ever happened on that site. At least in the last 5 years, okay?
Changing people's politics. And so, growing the online left and growing creators within the online left is the prerogative of the left as a whole, or it should be. And I've talked about this a lot. Talked about how, you know, I really appreciate every bit of support you guys send my way, how much it means to me, and how much it truly helps. And I've seen comments from people that kind of assume I'm rich or well off. More common back in the day.
Oh no, dude. Oh no, I've got to correct them. I've got to correct them immediately. Dude, I gotta just point out, all right, look, I'm not going for appearance here. Listen, Lord knows, all right, I'm full, okay? I was a little bit concerned about Xanderhal because he kind of looks like a meth head now. I don't mean that in a bad way. Let me just pull up an older video of his. What's a popular Xanderhal video? Because he never was fat at any time I've ever seen him. Okay? But, like, he just looks more healthy here. He kind of looks like there's something wrong now. I can't quite put my finger... Something does not appear to be good right now. No, it's not the lighting. It is. There's no way it's the lighting.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio. Mr.
Dude, he
Oreo.
is. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
But
you know what's well, you know what's funny is another famous Xanderhal story is that his longtime girlfriend, who came in and cleaned up after him after he threw up all over himself because he got too high on stream.
Why?
His girlfriend ran off with her meth dealer that I don't think he knew she had. Isn't that what happened? She accused him of abuse of some kind, but his girlfriend ran off with her meth
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5, my man.
I'm not making this up. That was something that, yeah. What was her name? Does anyone remember the girlfriend's name? He went on there and he called into Chud Logic to explain
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
His girlfriend was the one who stole all the money from his PayPal and Steam. Wait, really? Dude, the call has come from inside the house. Lonnie, yeah, Lonnie ran off with her meth dealer.
Now, but like still, it happens from time to time. And I find that very interesting. I feel like there's a highly inflated perception of how stable the online left is.
That means two things.
A highly inflated perception of how stable the online left is as a viable community right now. Especially ever since Trump won.
There is so much money to be made. You guys are just lazy as shit. Actually, I don't know how lazy Xanderhal is. I think he's actually giving a go of it. Let's see. Xanderhal is streaming regularly. Good. You love to see it. 3-4 hours. Okay. I've been doing 6 or 7 now, but I don't stream every day, so that's fine.
Nicholas!
Video views.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Video views are like competing with Bowblax, so, but he's posting more often. All right. That's not terrible. It's not the worst we've seen.
And we're going to be segueing into the main point.
He's putting effort in, okay? He's putting effort in.
Point to this in a second, but I'm giving some setup. Since Trump won, there has been a noticeable decline in viewership, sub growth, and right after Trump won, there was a big trend where hundreds of thousands of progressive content watchers on YouTube, as a form of protest, got together and mass unsubbed from progressive channels they watch.
Wait, what? What do you mean, dude? There's a hive mind? They're like, we're leaving Xanderhal's community. They had dude, there's a pilgrimage. They've left. Dude, they're like, wait, what was the thing that Ethan brought up? I learned a new word recently. The Makaba? The Mokuba. Is that what it is? The Mokuba? When all the Jews left Iraq? In this case, Xanderhal is Iraq, and then all the viewers are the Jews.
Got together and mass unsubbed from progressive channels they watch. I lost...
Button? Wait, Button? Wait, what do you mean, Button? Wait, that's Kaiba's brother? Okay, listen. All right, I'm not going to try to make any more references. I don't...
like a couple thousand. I know that Brian Taylor Cohen lost like 40,000, 60,000 subs.
All right, what is the Nakba? What is the Nakba? Can somebody tell me what the Okay. All right, wait. It's apparently Stardust tried to tell me. The Nakba is when the Palestinians fled and were pushed out of their homes. Ethan's video, he talks about the Jewish expulsion of the Arab state. Does that have like a name? Okay, all right. It's like the Nakba, but in this case, well, they're being expelled. It's not like the Nakba. It's like the Nakba if it was about YouTubers and it was people leaving Xanderhal's YouTube channel. Okay, is that better? Is that more accurate? It's like the Nakba if the Nakba was nothing like the Nakba. It was about people leaving Xanderhal's channel, okay?
Where it led up, and it's been pretty slow for all these channels ever since.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
All right, so the Nakba in Fortnite terms is the controller players removed Jonesy from Tomato Town against his will, okay?
The goat. I appreciate that.
All right, we're gonna keep going.
For the most part, compared to before Trump won. This is showing a clear sign of a demotivation within the online left. And as much as that might not have an impact on voter numbers, like sure, those people
Nick is getting clipped by Hassan fans so hard, right? I mean, I cannot be more transparent about the fact that I literally...
Thank you for the $5.
I literally don't know anything about any of this stuff. I only learn what is directly relevant to the current thing. I do not research anything that is political in my spare time.
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter?
I've learned everything I've learned about Palestine has been against my will. It has been against my will, chat. I am honest about these things.
going to go out and vote. I'm sure they're still protesting, engaging in direct action, and all those good things that you should be.
So much harder. Big content.
Oh, why did it have to play the Destiny soundbite right there, dude? No, why? Dude, that's such a bad time for that to play.
Doing.
And it's shekels. Oh no! Oh no, dude! Thank you for the shekels, bro. This is so bad.
It is still a tragedy, I think. I don't think they're doing anything wrong. They don't have to watch progressive content, but I think it's a tragedy that we're losing that online community that you could argue brought the right its victory.
Okay, I have to derail again. Can we talk about Brianna Wu for a second? My bad. This segment is getting all jumbled, but it's okay because it's funny and we're having fun here. I saw a tweet about Brianna Wu today. I don't even know how I would find it. It was like Brianna Wu put this whole tweet out about how Jewish people don't say shalom in America or whatever, and she was in Israel and telling everybody about it. And then she came back, she's like, why do we not use the word shalom here? And then someone quote tweeted her and said, because we don't speak English, you fucking...
Thank you for the $5.
Because we speak English here, jackass. Wait, where was this? Tipster, Tipster's probably not watching. He's a grade A Brianna Wu hater. Maybe he retweeted it.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
Oh no, dude, where is this? Yeah, it was fucking funny. It was funny. Brianna Wu's the Gamergate person. And the pinball profiteer. Is profiteer not the right word? The pinball enthusiast. I always say shalom. Well, yeah, I gotta find that tweet. Let's keep
biggest
going.
Victory politically they've had in ages with this election. And so, with all that said, we've seen a lot of progressive content creators...
No, I have to stop you again. Okay, so when the conservatives had a big win. They got the presidency, right? Why is it that most times the midterm elections flips the Senate and House, or in recent memory that usually Senate or the House or both, right? It's because people don't usually like that when it's in, and then like they get a bunch of hype when they're out. So when Trump is in office, this is your opportunity to make Trump content, right? Am I wrong about that? Am I going crazy right now? When Trump is in office, it should be his shit should bang. Then when Biden's in office, all the Trump people make shitloads of money criticizing Biden. That's, as to my knowledge, that's how that works.
Had in ages with this election. And so, with all that said...
Oh, here it is. Thank you, Stardust. Or Starcrossed. Apologies. Here, look at this. Here's something deeply educational that happened to me whilst I was leaving Israel. I'm checking in my luggage in Athens after leaving Tel Aviv. I get to the agent, he says hello, and I absentmindedly said shalom, like I've been saying for 3 weeks. He narrowed his eyes at me, looking at me with something between disgust and suspicion. And I'm like, oh, this is why my American Jewish friends hide their Jewishness. And the quote tweet on this is so diabolical. It's literally, hi, American Jew here. We don't say shalom because we speak English.
Keffel's tweet Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated the shout out.
I started bawling, like right in the middle of the... I was just dying when I read this today. It was really funny. Hi, American Jew here. Yeah, I can actually correct that for you. It's because we speak English here, ma'am.
We've seen a lot of progressive content creators lately that many of you guys probably...
You started bawling? Yeah, dude, I hit a 3.
...think of as household names, having to take hiatuses or outright...
Oh, God, I would love to know who Xanderhal thinks is a household name. Holy shit, dude. Dude, that would be that would be a stream in and amongst itself. Just having Xanderhal list all the people he thought were household names.
Quitting YouTube because, frankly, being a progressive content creator...
Being a what?
Outright quitting...
Bro, being... Whoa, dude. Whoa. Yo. Someone just wrote Wash in the chat. That was a poorly timed one.
YouTube because, frankly, being a progressive content creator...
Dude, yo, that came out of nowhere.
Is not worth it for the most part.
That was a Freudian clip right there.
It takes a lot of hard, diligent work to make it viable. You guys ever see how often I upload and how often I stream? I have to, bro.
And it does appear that he actually does this. He's like the first time we've looked through any of these stories where somebody's actually giving it a go. So I do feel bad in that regard.
Yeah, Shark 300, I believe no longer makes content.
Shark Zero, that guy was a total fucking moron. Do you remember Shark Zero? That guy sucked.
Content based on what people in chat were saying, which fucking hell, that sucks balls because
what a tragedy. We lost Shark Zero.
Shark is great. Cirrus took a hiatus, but is...
That is a name that I have never heard before. Wait, Cyrus? The guy who died? Is that who he's talking? Fucking Cyrus, bro?
Sucks balls because Shark is great. Cirrus took a hiatus.
Dude, Glub Shitto took a hiatus.
Is back, I believe. Though I highly recommend you guys go send.
Wait, that's why he meant Pred Progressive, dude. Cyrus had allegations before he went, dude. No.
Support Cirrus's way because I know for a fact Cirrus is not at the
it's not Cyrus
level of comfort that he can.
What happened to Shark? Well, he was unfortunately caught in the tornado, and we all know how that happens. You know what happens when that happens.
Go shoutouts and recommendations for more support going his way. So go. Drop some support. I can tell you for sure that while I get by, I just barely get by.
Dude, wait, so this is supposed to be a segment for his fucking YouTube channel? He's like, okay, boys, this is going to be a horrible segment here. Let me start the first fucking 20 minutes telling you how difficult it is for me to function at a fucking, at a survivable level, dude.
I'm probably not in a better financial situation than many of you are.
Oh, by the way, guys, thank you for hitting the goal. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, no.
So, you may be surprised.
Can we go back to what Star said? Okay, so Star in the chat wrote Starcross said, dude, Shark Zero is the first person I ever told about my dad's dick. All right, well, basically what Star is talking about is we would go on her podcast, right? And she would always ask, what was the question? Like, if you've ever seen your dad's dick before or whatever. That was like a question on her show. It's a deep reference to the old Stardust live streams.
To find out, well, yes, the listed YouTubers are not exactly massive creators. I'm not huge, Shark's not necessarily huge, and Cirrus isn't huge. A creator you might consider borderline huge is one with over 500,000 subscribers who has made one of the most beloved series in online lefty content.
Chat, has anybody heard of this fucking series? Wait, wait.
Consider borderline huge. It's not necessarily huge, and Cirrus isn't huge. A creator you might consider borderline huge is one with over 500,000 subscribers who has made one of the most beloved...
Wait, did I miss it?
Nicholas!
Where did he say it?
Goat.
How often I stream? I have to, bro. Yeah, Shark 300, I believe no longer makes content based on what people in chat were saying.
What a tragedy.
Fucking hell. That sucks balls because Shark is great.
Nicholas!
Cirrus took a hiatus but is back, I believe. Though I highly recommend you guys go send support Cirrus's way because I know for a fact Cirrus
you can't wait. So wait, what do you mean send support to a guy who took a hiatus? You don't join someone's Patreon who's quit. That is such a weird, snaky fucking practice. Why do people open their Patreon when they leave?
It's not at the level.
I don't have a Patreon. I don't need a Patreon because I work, right? But dude, all these people are like, oh, I'm gonna get a job now. If you want to just keep giving me money, despite the fact that I will provide you no content in the meantime, you can just join my Patreon. It's pathetic.
That he can forgo shoutouts and recommendations for more support going his way. So go drop some support. I can tell you for sure that while I get by, I just barely get by. I'm probably not in a better financial situation than many of you are. So.
Oh God.
You may be surprised to find out, well, yes, the listed YouTubers are not exactly massive creators. I'm not.
And you know what else is massive?
Dude, it sounds like if you pause it right at the right time and let it play.
The listed YouTubers are not exactly.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like they're talking about their fucking cocks, dude. Listen to this.
You may be surprised to find out, well, yes, the listed YouTubers are not exactly massive creators. I'm not huge. Shark's not necessarily huge, and so.
Shark's not necessary. He's not like traditionally huge, dude.
YouTubers are not exactly massive creators. I'm not huge. Shark's not necessarily huge, and Cirrus isn't huge. A creator you might...
Dude, we're all average size, average to below average.
Might consider borderline huge is one with...
Dude, he's borderline huge.
Over 500,000 subscribers.
What do they create, dude? I don't know. They don't create anything.
Made one of the most beloved series.
They're growers, Nick. Don't laugh. Yeah, maybe we're talking about their... Dude, right now he's left the internet. That means he's flaccid. He's dormant. He's ready to rise.
What if Xander got a low taper fade?
In online lefty content history. That being Innuendo Studios.
Yeah, I'm a micro creator in the grand scheme of things, guys.
Made the alt-right playbook series. You know those cute...
Dude, chat, when's the last time you've checked the alt-right playbook series? Have you been watching the alt-right playbook? It's like John Madden for people who talk in monotone voices and make PowerPoint presentations.
Little animated videos that explain the tactics of the right and radicalization in the alt-right that I've been covering lately.
What's the name of the guy?
He just put out...
Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Little wallet. Jesus.
A video called Being a YouTuber Bankrupted Me. In which...
The title is so diabolical, too. I can't get over it. Being a YouTuber bankrupted me. What part of the job? I didn't pay my taxes.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Oh no!
He announces that he will be taking an indefinite hiatus from YouTube. Basically meaning he may never come back. But he might one day, but don't expect it. And it's simply because he can't afford to do YouTube full-time anymore. And as much
he thought the IRS was like YouTube support.
As it may seem like, oh, well, you can just do a full or part-time job and do YouTube on the side, right? The creative process of YouTube, especially with how brutal the algorithm is, requires a surprising amount of time and energy dedicated to thinking about what you can make that will do well on the platform. And frankly...
Well, imagine if you knew somebody who all they had to do was read tweets for a couple hours every day, and they'd be able to live a thriving lifestyle.
Trying to learn how the platform works, because it's always ever-changing. It's never static. You can never know the algorithm and then just be content. You have to be non-stop dedicating your time to learning about it. And there's a million other things that come with content creation that go along with it.
Oh my
and,
God.
You know, he's the guy who makes those well-made script.
Dude, fuck you. Oh my God. We have to pull this up. We actually have to pull this up. He's just lying. He's just lying.
I don't respect you. So I respect
Dude, this guy sounds like a
Thank you
Zoom
for all the
caller.
laughs, Nick. Would love to stick around us for the stream, but I'm getting married in 2 hours.
Congratulations!
Can't wait to watch the VOD.
Good shit, dude.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's
Congratulations on your marriage.
I know it's old,
Did
but please react to DJ Mule's vid on Xanderhal.
Oh my God, we'll
It's
do
a
that.
treasure
I'll do
trove.
that before, and I'll upload it while I'm on vacation. The DJ Mule Xanderhal video is a classic. We never watched it on the channel.
Your time to learning about it. And there's a million other things that come with content creation that go along with it. And, you know, he's the guy who makes those well-made, scripted, well-edited,
You had to
animated
do to make them
videos.
happy.
He has to put a lot of work in.
Okay, he makes very scripted, well-made videos, dude. I watched this is his 50-minute documentary on Gamergate. He sounds like a Zoom professor from one of your classes.
Said some stuff, provably true stuff, I might add, about video games. And a bunch of guys didn't like it. Reference 10,000.
This is a PowerPoint presentation. This is not a YouTube video. This is not well made or edited. This is a fucking PowerPoint presentation with a guy who's talking through a fucking radio
argument.
headset.
Nobody can win.
This is you're literally using a Turtle Beach. Maybe this content is better. Maybe I'm wrong. What is a newer video? The double wrong.
Say, for the sake of argument, you're having a discussion with a coworker about healthcare.
Oh my God. I just realized this. He's soy grade A under A. This is like, this is if grade A under A went from being alt-right to becoming like a leftist. Holy shit.
Actually, let's go ahead and drop the pretense. You're having a discussion about trans healthcare. He says...
Wait, why did he turn black, dude? What the fuck just happened?
You're having a
The minute they say trans, dude, one of the characters turns black,
discussion
dude.
about trans.
Whoa!
I recommend watching
Dude,
Nicholas
wait, that's what they mean by
DeOrio's latest
BIPOC,
video.
dude. Right? Wait. Because they added black people to the trans flag, right?
Healthcare. He says puberty blockers should be banned because some study said they're dangerous. And you're a thoughtful person, so you look it up.
So yeah, okay, these are a bit more high, but like, again, you're not going to be able to function off of 2 of these per month. What is this? List of songs that represent smart... Oh my god, this is going to be a lot right here. I'm not going to like this. What is this? Is that the theme song to Star Wars? Like, what's happening right now?
20 days before getting...
Okay, they're not all animations. This guy does upload 19-minute fucking... These are good songs for smart people. This is not like... This is like a Twitter Versus for music. But you have to script some stuff in it or whatever. This is not like crazy effort. His long-form videos are absolutely not high effort. But I guess you could say these animation ones, if you want to call it that, are probably more than the average... I don't know. Than the average 10-minute... We're not dealing with the average 10-minute warrior right now.
He makes infrequent uploads, meaning he requires or relies, I should say, on a very high level of engagement from his audience that does watch his videos
because you're choosing to make 2 8-minute videos per month. That is not... You don't... Dude. You have to adapt. I'd love to see these BreadTubers try to exist in the landscape today. These people, what they were making would never fly these days.
Uploads infrequently because it's a lot of work put into very high quality videos. And on top of that, he relies heavily on financial support from his followers in the form of his Patreon.
Then you don't have enough money to be a full-time YouTuber without insurance.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
I need you to listen to me. I need anyone who's in this position, I need you to listen to me. If you are living paycheck to paycheck and you get paid on the 21st of every month, and then maybe the 10th, I don't know when Patreon pays out, you get 2 paychecks per month, I guess. If you have a health thing and you live in the United States and your car breaks down and your channel gets demonetized, you're dead. You're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. You have no insurance. You have no safety net. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You do not have what it takes to be a full-time YouTuber at this current time back to the job market.
Because he can't entirely rely on YouTube ad revenue, which essentially rewards you directly in correlation to how often you upload. The more you upload, the more likely...
Are his chatters just talking to the future YouTube upload? They don't seem to be engaging at all.
YouTube is...
Wait a minute. What timestamp? When does... has his chat moved once? Oh my god, dude. The chat's not moving. They're not even typing, dude.
Frequent uploads, meaning he requires or relies, I should say.
Dude, his chat's not moving. Oh no.
On a very high level.
Oh no. And it's topically relevant, meaning that it is currently signed in. Because there's a thing about I love Shark. Oh no.
Of engagement from his audience that does watch his videos because he uploads infrequently because it's a lot of work put into very high quality videos. And on top of that, he relies heavily on financial support from his followers in the form of his Patreon because he can't entirely rely on YouTube ad revenue, which essentially rewards you directly in correlation to how often you upload. The more you upload, the more likely
Nicholas,
YouTube is to...
The GOAT. Thank
Okay.
you for the $5,
Oh
my
my
man.
god, bro. Oh my god, dude.
financially treat you well.
Why is he saying this like this is some fucking profound speech? Yes, if you upload more videos, you have more opportunities for people to watch them. If more people watch them, more ads will play, and YouTube will pay you based on that data. That's not YouTube giving you a hand job. That's how ads work. Yes, if you post more, you make more money.
But even then, you can't guarantee you're going to do well.
They don't treat you well financially. You're not getting a hand job.
What's the
Regardless,
name
though,
of
he relies
guy
heavily on
Keemstar
Patreon.
Orbiter? Nick DeOrio. Mr. Oreo.
Why doesn't he just steal the denim strategy and ask for $30,000? Or better yet,
And just-
Keffels.
Oh, Grassroots, you didn't see the
Profit
previous
even after you
stream.
Pay for the transition.
You didn't see the previous stream, Grassroots. The guy who he's talking about grifted $150,000 to
Is
pay his back
Dark Vibe EU
taxes.
a virgin? No, I am not.
Oh,
Why would so
someone
many
did do the
people
denim
be doing
strategy.
that?
Yes.
The support of his fans to make ends meet. And, you know, he's an older guy. He's got, like, a financial history that came before YouTube. He's got debts and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube is not a charity. If you want a charity, go to the casinos. Dude, I agree, bro. I fucking agree. Holy shit, dude. I was watching this short on Facebook of it was either Billie Eilish or Michelle Obama talking about, like, if, like, they wish that they could go give the money that they're using for policy to a casino so they can double it and use it to build casinos in every elementary school so everyone can be rich at a young age. I thought that was extremely profound. Casinos are like charities. They just give so much money away. I don't know how they stay in business.
You know, people's financial burden is different on a case-by-case basis. I think with the amount of money he makes, I'd probably be fine for the rest of my life, but in his case, it's not enough for him to make it even, and so one of the best
Dude, I can't get over the chat. Billie Eilish or Michelle Obama.
content creators out there, someone with over 500,000 subscribers
I recommend
for
watching
financial
Nicholas
reasons is
DeOrio's
Dude,
latest video.
and by the way, it doesn't help that the guy looks like Chud Logic if he stopped taking finasteride. Like, if his Fernaster rage subsided, he wouldn't have enough drive to do the streams, and he'd be him. He'd be fucking him, dude. No!
Over 500,000 subscribers for financial reasons is quitting YouTube. I've talked a lot lately about how desperately we need progressive content viewers to lock the fuck in and make it a cultural point of defiance to support the content that they watch and enjoy from
Guys, we're gonna band together and demand you send us money. Dude, this sounds so bad. This sounds so fucking bad. By the way, thank you for hitting the goal.
progressive creators. Defiance, fuck in, and
Dude,
make it a
we're gonna lock the fuck in and demand our audience send us money.
cultural point of defiance.
Guys, lock the fuck in, guys. We need to keep Xanderhal active.
To support the content that they watch and enjoy from progressive creators. Because yes, every single
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Hey Nick, wish you an awesome stream. Did you see the Chibi Reviews situation?
I don't know who
Really
Chibi
feel bad
Reviews
for him
is.
and
I don't.
his wife.
What
By
happened?
the way, Connor mentioned you again. Now he thinks you attempted to raid his streams and you hate SpongeBob?
What?
Lol.
Wait, what? Bro, what is it? Dude, there's like side Connor Eats Pants lore in half my VODs now because you keep telling me everything he says. I raided his stream now?
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
What?
On Nicholas
Connor
DeOrio.
Eats Pants is like the
Keffels
famous
appreciated the
YouTuber, I
shout-out.
think. I don't know. I think I just handed him a donation. Not a donation sound effect. Jesus.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
All right, wait, hold on. And I don't hate
Nicholas
SpongeBob.
Keffels
of
appreciated the
defiance to support the content that they watch and enjoy from progressive creators. Because yes, every single like, comment, sub, dono, everything, it all counts. It all makes a difference.
It's so funny because they're like, dude, all these people are like, hey, listen, I know Palestine needs money and there's children dying and nobody has homes right now because of the genocide that is currently going on in the Middle East. But you know who needs it more? Your favorite YouTuber cannot keep their lights on. Without them, there will be no one to tell you to donate to us instead of Palestine. We need to keep. We need to arm this community with more money so they can siphon more money from the
Entire
cause.
Chat needs to PayPal Chud Logic to cover his him subscription with peace and love.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Save Chud's hair. Save Chud's hair, dude.
So many people on the left, especially compared
Like, yeah, this is to save the lights in Palestine. Thank you, Grizzly.
I recommend watching Nicholas
to the
DeOrio's
right are
latest video.
very lax when it comes to engagement. I'd say this stream, I would guess, has had 1,000 people come through it so far, and probably less than 10% of them hit the like button.
Oh God! Oh God, chat!
Keffels
Oh
appreciated the
no!
shout out.
Wait, that's
I'm
not
worried about
concurrent.
this
That
guy.
means
I wish I could Financia LLY support him. I'm gonna go email his mom.
no, Flamenco,
just saw
stop!
Keffels tweet.
Flamenco, stop! That's a deep
Nicholas
cut
DeOrio.
reference. Oh
Keffels
God!
appreciated the shout out.
Oh shit, guys! All right, wow.
If you look at equivalent sized conservative streams on YouTube right now, their engagement rate is way higher. And for that
They're admitting defeat.
reason, they grow to magnitudes the size mine or several other progressive channels
Is
you
Dark
enjoy
EU
are.
a virgin? No,
Oh,
I am not.
no.
Why would so many people be Googling that?
These people have to stream and make videos.
What about the
They're
quartering?
definitely allergic to work.
Chat, can we check in on the
Doctors
quartering?
notice
Does anybody know
everything.
what's happening
If
to
they
the
saw a
quartering?
job application, they'd melt into sludge.
Oh.
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
Chat, I want to check in on the quartering
Normally,
really
I don't
quick.
hit the like, but now I hear about this, I have to like the stream.
Thank you for the like,
I
like
can't
buttons.
have
Yeah, I
you beat by
appreciate it.
Xanderhal.
Okay, I'm checking in on the quartering. Jeremy tweeted at 1:33 today, the freak-offs were nothing burger, just Diddy and his girlfriend being degenerate. She willingly participated. He's going to walk unless these clowns have literally anything else. Wow. Okay, so that's been our checking in with the quartering moment for this stream. Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Sorry, we just had to check in on it. We had to do a conservative check real quick and see what's going on.
Several times faster, you know? Who remembers that channel, The Offensive T-Slur? The trans dude who makes...
With the offensive T-slur? Bro, that guy did not exist. There's nobody who was named the offensive T-slur. Please, God, tell me the offensive T-slur hasn't stopped posting.
Keffels tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Who remembers that?
The shout out.
What is happening? Dude, oh, wait. He's talking about Teddy Fresh. That's the T-slur to these people. These people think Teddy Fresh is the slur.
That channel, The Offensive T-Slur. The trans dude who makes anti-trans content. When I first covered him, he had 4,000 subscribers back in 2020.
Yeah, no, Teddy Fresh is the T-slur for the Hassan Piker viewers. Yeah.
Now he sits at around 250.
It's E *** K ****, and the T-slur company.
50,000 subscribers. Because the viewers of his content...
Oh, wait, there was... the offensive, like... Oh, I understand what you're saying now. I thought that there was a BreadTuber called the offensive T-slur. I didn't realize that there was actually a person with that in their name on YouTube. That's crazy.
And his fans and the fans of right-wing content...
Could you not see a trans person naming themselves the offensive T-slur and going on to using that? Like, not the... like. Literal T-slur, not the actual word.
Make it a cultural point to trigger the libs by ensuring they engage with their favorite creators and make them successful. When their favorite creator can afford to buy a compound or an underground skate park a la Tim Pool, it triggers the libs, and so they do it even harder. They
just keep skating. Dude, every time they fucking grind on a rail, dude, Xanderhal cries, chat.
Get a cultural point to support their creators. And meanwhile...
Wait, did he say a la Tim Pool? Praise be unto him.
You have 500,000 subs on the left, this is what you can expect.
Hey everyone. I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Is it true you Nicholas eat Oreos? And which kind?
I'm gonna hit you with a fucking wild one. The fucking Galaxy Oreos that had Pop Rocks in them are the only non-original Oreo that I enjoy. Fuck double stuff, fuck mega stuff, regular Oreo, mini Oreo, or the Pop Rocks Oreos were delicious.
Ian from Innuendo Studios here.
I thought Nick was about to say, I'm gonna hit you with a brick. Said it, Alex has lied about me for the final time.
Here to let you know that for the time being, Innuendo Studios is taking a break. I'm not sure for how long. And
Nicholas,
there's a chance
the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Thank you.
It might be permanent.
Oh,
You've seen the title
no.
of the video, so that is not.
Keep in mind, by the way, most progressive content creators, such as myself, and I'm pretty sure Innuendo Studios as well, don't take sponsorships. I've taken one sponsorship ever, and it was because they're the...
Dude, you want to know what my most... So I used to be signed to... This is a little short story right quick. I used to be signed to Keemstar's agency, right? I think he has sold it since. I think it's called... Is it called Night Media now? It used to be called LFM. And then apparently they dropped all their non-black creators and wanted to be like Kai Cenat's black-only management company. That's what I understood. I understood that is what happened. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I was told they dropped all their non-black creators and they wanted to be Kai Cenat's management thing. So I was on LFM and I had a deal with them and they got me a sponsorship. They got me one sponsorship in 6 months. It was a bank transfer from... Where was it from? Was it from South America? It was mybookie.com, and I think they paid me some $3,000 to promote the UFC in a tweet. I think that's what it was. And then I literally never got another sponsorship through them. That was what it was. Dude, that's the only time I ever took a gambling ad, because it was to do one tweet about the UFC, and they gave me like $3,000. This was like 5 years ago, too. It was a really long time. The tweet's still up. You probably can find it, unless I deleted since then.
Nicholas, the goat.
Yeah, dude. So I can't really criticize gambling shit because I did a gambling sponsorship years ago. It was like, yeah, because I was gonna put it in a video and I never uploaded. I took a hiatus. So I was like, what else would you like me to do? And he goes, you can just tweet out the
Nicholas,
UFC or whatever.
The goat.
And it was
Thank you for the
it's like an edited video, like one of my main channel videos. It's like, I love the UFC. I'm a big fan of this fighter. I'm gonna be using mybookie.com. Now I get normal sponsorships from not offshore money with bank transfer. I went to my accountant and she went, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, it's a sponsorship." Like, oh, okay.
One company that offered to send me a free sample of the product without even agreeing to the sponsorship before I accept. And I liked the product, and so I took the sponsorship, and I don't regret it. People seem to like the product as well. It's the coldest water bottle.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's
coldest
latest
water
video.
bottle, bro. Dude, I think I have this year. I've turned down ethical sponsorships. I've turned down BetterHelp, and I won't do BetterHelp.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Nicholas.
I will never do ExpressVPN because I've had a bad interaction with ExpressVPN. That's like another one on my list. There was and recently I've turned down the apps that make you money. I don't want to do the apps that make you money. Like the ones where it's like you do these little games and then you get money back. I've turned those down as well.
I have mine too. It's very good. Anyway, though, like we don't generally take.
And I would have taken BetterHelp until that controversy that came up where there was like the thing that broke in the news like last year. I would have done it, but the most recent one was just way too much.
Sponsorships, and if you watch YouTube often, you'll see how often YouTubers do take sponsorships. Like large portions of the video are dedicated to some random.
BetterHelp is not ethical. No, I mean I've turned them down for ethical reasons. Like these are ones that I won't do on the channel. I've turned those down.
It's so sad that these BreadTubers can't pay their bills. Anyways, here's some money for you, Oreo man.
I also got offered one of the hair ones, and I was like, and they're like, you have to take before and after pictures, and I'm like, I'm not bald, and I'm not balding. It would just be my hair. I don't know how. I don't think I can do that sponsorship, so I turned down that one too. I have like that. I don't know. It would be like the before and after picture if I like it's the same.
Random product, oftentimes some bullshit scam mobile game.
I don't know if that's like a fair one. Yeah,
we don't do that most of the time. You could argue we should, but try.
Dude, could you imagine I shave my head afterwards and I lie saying that's the before, and then the after is just my full head of hair? It's gotta be illegal, dude. It's so illegal, dude. There's no way.
Trust me, the broader online left.
I've got this great offer from Established Titles for you. Dude, the Scott Schaefer lore Wendigoon, the Scott Schaefer channel lore.
Would not let us get away with it, and we would take a much bigger hit to our viability as creators in the long run if we did take sponsorships.
Dude, nobody cares if you take sponsorships. I tell my audience this all the time. Sponsorships are like commercials, okay? Billy Mays, fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson, all of these people go on and did fucking commercials growing up for random fucking products, all right? No one should be buying anything or subscribing to anything solely because a YouTuber has told them, hey, you should try this out, and then dump fucking tons of money into it. You should do research on everything you purchase. You shouldn't go, if like, what did Chud Logic do? Candy Crush? You shouldn't spend your life savings on a mobile game, okay? You ought not do that. You should just play it. And then if you like it, pay a little money or don't. Who cares? It's a fucking commercial, dude. It's a commercial with my voice.
Fundamentally, we have...
Like, no person who's valuable to my audience or whatever, no one whose opinion that I think matters would be mad at me for doing a fucking...
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Aura sponsorship or something like that.
Have to rely on fan support in order to not come off as disingenuous in what we stand for. We are shooting ourselves in the foot when we take easy opportunities.
Oh! I love Raid Shadow Legends. I love it because it was a meme. I would take Raid Shadow Legends every time, dude, because it's like it's the quintessential it's the quintessential YouTuber sponsorship. I intentionally sought it out for my first one to like set the scale for what my sponsorships would be. So on my main channel, I did a Raid ad.
Is this really?
But I used to promote Raid Shadow Legends for free. I would like call big YouTubers and ask them about Raid Shadow Legends. Lonerbox! Thank you for the raid, dude. Holy shit. We've got a good BreadTuber is raiding into us right now. Isn't that so funny?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Holy shit, a successful one.
What are you talking about? I picked up Slop Wars Destiny 2, the Ultra Mega Limited $400 edition because you said you like it.
Oh, I
Did
will
you
support
at least
it.
Get paid?
I will support it. No, I did not get sponsored by Destiny.
Become more financially stable and successful because to an extent, there is a cultural expectation in the online left that if you're a progressive, you're not exactly rolling in the money, you're not taking easy money payoffs that
Dude, why is Hassan not affected by this? All of the people who need money in this audience, well, you're rolling in it. You don't need our support, right? That's a huge way. Oh, I'm not going to give you any money. Meanwhile, it's Hassan Piker just like throwing money out. It's so funny.
Be somewhat principally...
Hassan is literally the only socialist who's allowed to get paid ethically. And his friends, obviously.
Against what you stand for, and I think that's a good thing. But the one way that we do...
Well, you said Hassan's not progressive? Xanderhal is socialist. So when he's saying progressive, he means people like him. So I would say that Xanderhal probably falls in there.
You get our support, even if it's for free, is through engagement from the audience. And this is to you and the people who watch, and not just applying to me. You need to like, comment, and subscribe and engage with the creators you enjoy. Go to this video and drop support. It can't hurt.
It just drives me crazy. This guy didn't pay his taxes, and his audience gave him $150,000. It's actually like blood boiling.
Not hyperbole. It's not strictly speaking true. Like bankruptcy is only one of several options.
That's true. Tanky YouTubers do take sponsorships. Like I think I saw.
Oh
like
shit, guys! Dude, the Tankies, their one ethical issue is if they take ads from Raycon earbuds. That's the one problem with Tankies.
Twitter that like Denims is sponsored by like Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh shit! Wait, Denims. Okay. Wait, hold on.
So like, yeah, no, Tanky, like the Tanky sphere of YouTube.
All right, you know what? Fair play, Xanderhal. Fair play. I rescind.
YouTubers do take sponsorships, but they get away with that kind of thing. Like if you're really on the more, principal part of the left, let's be real.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
New goal when Mr.
It's up, dude. You're part of it. Holy shit. Band for band, who do you think is winning? Xanderhal or Innuendo? Oh, Innuendo Studios. He just got 150k.
Is Dark Vibe AU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Band for band, who do you think is winning? Xanderhal or
Now,
Innuendo
the real question
Studios?
is who wins Yacht for Yacht?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's
That was awful.
latest
Why did
video.
I say that?
There's a part of me that can't stop thinking about the quote from the Shaggy Show. I may be ugly, but at least I ain't got no money.
There's
go Riz for Riz.
an expectation that you're not taking the popular YouTube sponsors because they keep getting outed as scams. Let's be real.
Right now, but
Dude, how cucked is it that you're afraid to take a sponsorship on the
Nicholas,
off chance that they become a
goat.
scam
Thank
later?
You for the $5,
That's
my
so
man.
pathetic. Why don't you just like look into it? And if you get like caught in one of those, just apologize. Like, it's not the end of the world if you promote something that is later outed as being bad.
It is a very real and likely
Nicholas! Thank you.
I've been saying that doing this job is making ends meet for a while, and it has in the sense that most months I end with my bank account at least nominally in the positive.
YouTube sponsors are all conservative. That's why they're not taking them. You know?
But if making ends meet is supposed to entail things like being able to settle up your credit card debt or settle up personal loans you take from friends and loved ones, or being able to pay the
Dude, so this guy took, I think, 10 grand from his friends and family. He's like 49 something. I forgot the totals. He put them all in there along with his resume. We went over it last stream. So he took thousands from his family. His channel was running on negative money for 7 years. Okay, he uploads twice a week, and he racked up like $80,000 in debt.
% in taxes that freelancers own every April.
He got 150K. He had 80 grand in debt. 89.
Count. I have been running this channel.
But twice a week, twice a month. Sorry, he uploads twice a month. I apologize. I was being too nice.
Loss for 7 years. And
how did he get 80K in debt? Back taxes. Well, actually, he's going to explain it right now.
Between back taxes, I owe the government a maxed out credit card that is...
His video is called How YouTube Made Me Bankrupt, and his examples that he give as how YouTube did that is he didn't pay his taxes correctly or on time or ever. I don't know. How do you rack up that much tax? I don't know. And also, okay.
Between back taxes, I owe the government...
And he has maxed out credit cards. He's living above his means. I can't believe YouTube has done this to me.
A maxed out credit card that is in collections and
in collection. And Xanderhal was like, damn, I know what that feels like, brother. I remember when my girlfriend stole all our money and bought a bunch of meth and ran off with her dealer.
Money I owe to a few people who bailed me out. I have
Nicholas
total
DeOrio.
accumulated debt that is...
Xander is thinking about it the wrong way. The way to make money in YouTube is to make 1,000 grift videos about Star Wars and Marvel movies. Did Kathleen Kennedy kill the left by putting bricks
Oh
and
my
black
god,
women in
dude.
Star Wars?
That's my favorite meme ever. Kathleen Kennedy was getting fired for 5 years. Okay? For 5 years, they would upload videos every 3 days going over why Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired from Star Wars. And then she ended up leaving eventually on good terms. And before everyone knew why she was or how she was leaving, they're all like, they finally fired her. Indiana Jones was the last straw. And then it's like, she'll be staying on to shadow the next person. She's moving on. It's a graceful leave, dude. It's like, dude, oh my god. Yeah, people are still making videos on this.
This may sound insane for a channel with 500,000 subscribers plus on YouTube, but keep in mind, this guy uploaded once every 2 months, once a month, and that sounds like, oh, well, he's just lazy. You should just upload more. We've watched his videos before. These are 40-minute long, animated, well put together videos that, like, fundamentally,
13
this type
minutes.
of content
2
has
minutes,
to be supported by
6
its
minutes,
audience ruthlessly.
40 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes,
and
2 minutes,
philosophy
4
too.
minutes.
These creators who make really good,
Dude, that's just not accurate. They're not 40 minutes. The 40-minute videos are PowerPoint presentations. The animated ones are literally fucking 2, 5, and 8 minutes.
Put together content that sometimes takes a year to make at the level of quality that's expected.
I recommend
these creators are
watching
held up by their
Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Patreons
video.
because YouTube ad revenue, even on a video that pulls 10 million views, if you upload once a year, 10 million views won't do it on one video. YouTube, even with like
10 million views in 1 year. Is that not like 100 grand? That has to be like 100 grand. Like, you're making over 100 grand, right? On 10 million views in a year. That's better than any job that Xanderhal could get. I have to assume that's probably accurate. Well, wait, hold on. No. I think that's off. No, that's probably not right. It's probably like 70 grand. Has anyone ever had it? I don't think any person in the audience, maybe if Wendigoon's still here, have you ever had a 10 million view video? Because I don't know how they scale that. Your AdSense by month would be different. Because obviously certain months would pay more than others. But it has to be between like 50 and 70 grand.
When a video does well, past a certain point, ad space stops being valuable on a single video. 50 videos that accumulate to 10 million.
Dude, these guys are putting 2 mid-rolls on their video. There's just simply no way. That literally would be enough to survive. Sorry, I zoned out. What's the question? Would a 10 million view video make anywhere between like, in 1 year, if it makes 10 million views, would that make between like 50 and 70K? Otherwise, I don't know how one video a year could be sustainable. That's my question. And I'm not busting out my stats and getting in trouble.
Views, more often than not,
stand by,
will make you on YouTube more money than one video.
People are I'm saying as long as it's more than 30K a year, which is probably about whatever part-time job that these guys could actively be getting that they choose not to.
With 10 million views. Different videos have different CPMs, meaning that like per view, how much money do you make, or per click, how much money do you make? Different videos will get different CPMs. So the more videos you upload...
Yeah, but the CPM changes. If you upload it in December, your January revenue will be lower. But in that 1 year time span, you'll get back to good months and you'll make more money.
Period of time.
It's not like it locks you in at the rate when you started. It's relative. Now, he is right about the genre thing. I didn't know about this. Apparently, those van life channels have like $50 CPMs. Like, every 1,000 views a van life channel makes is like fucking way more than what we make over here.
The more CPMs that you are essentially rolling the dice for.
But drama is one of the lower CPMs. Like drama and politics are probably pretty similar. I don't know.
And those videos might do a variable different performance.
Finance views are the highest. I've heard that too, yeah.
Levels, you know, you can't control.
You should see this. Yeah, the investing channels. Yep.
How well the videos do.
I mean, that's probably. I wonder if that hits the crypto people too. Is that why?
A video that gets 5,000 views as opposed to 25,000 might have a CPM that's 8 times higher than a video with 25,000 views, and it might just mog the video with 25.
Like, because I've seen million view videos pull in like 10K. I've certainly seen that be the case. But I guess it does depend on CPMs and it does depend on where you are.
5,000 views in ad revenue off of a fraction of the viewership. YouTube really is that weird. And you really can't predict your income when it comes to ad revenue, I should say, to that level of certainty.
I can predict my ad revenue per month every single month. The only thing I can't predict is donations, because donations can fluctuate. Right? There could be big months, there could be small months, there could be Oilers, there could be, it could be at a time like right after Christmas where everyone just blew all their money. Like, that's the thing that's like, oh, that could be different per month. Ad revenue is extremely consistent. And I do what he does.
It really is hinged. The only predictor you have is upload frequency. Like, if you upload frequently, that is really the only thing you can do that guarantees an increase in success. There's no security. Hell, I could wake up tomorrow to my channel being deleted, and if that happens, mind you, there is no recourse to get it back from YouTube. And it could just be a mistake behind the
recourse. He's right about that. The recourse is to make a tweet. Twitter is better than YouTube support.
Scenes on the system. I'd basically...
Monkey Jones just had his second channel reinstated after like 10 years. Did you fucking see that, bro? Not his main channel. He got perma-banned on all of his channels. And Monkey Jones 2 rose from the dead last week.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
Pre-tax.
Thank you for the $5.
There's a lot of factors on my stuff over 10 million. 10 million views is 70K. Granted, they've been over a year as well. Yeah, that's what I... Okay, wait, that's fucking literally what I said. Holy shit, dude. That's... Wow, okay, yeah. All right. 10 million views. Fucking about... That's what I'm saying, dude. 10 million views, even if it's 50. Even if it's 50K. Even if it, let's give it a 20K wiggle room, right? That is more than enough for these people to like live off of, for sure.
Be cooked. I just have to make a new
Thank you, Wendigoon.
Channel and hope that
like they're not like he's acting like these people aren't making enough money.
Guys, follow me to the new channel that we can start over.
The real answer is that the BreadTube video probably won't make 10 million views. That's probably where his logic will falter. Well, not his logic, but that's the argument that he'd make, is that these videos are pulling in 200,000 views, 800,000 views, and that's probably not enough to live off of.
But yeah, like that.
Granted, all these are over an hour, 15 to 20 minute video. But Wendigoon, that's the thing. He's talking about well-created documentaries. We're talking hour-long videos with 10 million views. So then the ceiling is even higher than what you're even predicting, because it would have more ads being seen.
That's
more time spent with YouTube Premium viewers.
That's how brutal it is out here.
And I'm not going to say I'm perfect at managing money. There wasn't a life I could have been living these past 7 years where I would have...
Dude, he's been in the red for 7 years. Dude, when do you just get a job, bro? How do you live paycheck to paycheck off of AdSense for 7 years?
Earned $100,000.
It's over, bro. Get a job.
Dollars more than I did. So...
and what does he get for finding out that he needs to get a job? A bunch of delusional people give him 150 grand to keep doing nothing. They're enabling him.
On Patreon, already know about this. When I told them,
I'd say on the liberal estimate end, I'd say the most he ever made in a year was probably around the rise of BreadTube era, when BreadTube was really getting big. And I think he probably made 200K maybe in his best year, but more often than not, probably barely scrapes 6 figures, which sounds like a lot, but ever since BreadTube's rise has also correlated directly with Trump just nuking the economy, COVID happening.
Dude, it's the tariffs. The tariffs are fucking up my AdSense. Somebody's asking about transparency and watch ads, memberships, supers, gifted. I think you can see the direct breakdown, right? With YouTube Premium. So on a video, here is a video that has been watched. I'm not going to give the numbers here. On one video, I made $618 in ad revenue, and I made $920 in YouTube Premium. So on some videos that I post, the YouTube Premium outpaces the ad revenue on ads generated. So that's how people don't realize that YouTube Premium is it is an important factor. I'm not going to give month statistics or whatever, because I think that's a little bit too invasive, but I can tell you percentage wise how similar they look. Where is this? Revenue. So if I look at my breakdown real quick for total in the month, my ad revenue is 37% of this channel's revenue comes from ads, but 29% of it comes from YouTube Premium. I'm a live stream channel that gets donations. The majority of the money on YouTube comes from ad revenue and YouTube Premium. That's just how it works. People ask why I clip the VODs and post them the way that I do, because they literally are the only... That's what makes money.
And then Trump getting reelected and nuking the economy again. So there's not really...
I have a family of 5 living off of 60-ish. If at your best you make 200K in 1 year, you should be finer for most of that 7 years.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. You just have to... You can't buy every lightsaber. You can't have every arcade machine. You can't play every video game. Unfortunately, you can't live like a man-child. Oh, no.
A bread tube, as it used to be called, or a left tube, whatever you want to call it, in a time where the economy has been stable enough that even a low 6-figure income in certain areas is enough to break even comfortably. You know what I mean? The fact that here in America we're now 6-figure income.
Okay, I'm about to Destiny out right now. Okay, if you're living in a place where the low 6 figures is you breaking even, then you need to move out of the coastal city. That's the answer. If you want to continue being a YouTuber, then you need to leave the coastal city that you currently live in.
Isn't necessarily that stable in a lot of parts of the country.
Move 1 hour up, 1 hour to the left, or 1 hour to the right. depending on where you're currently residing, whether it's California, Florida, DC, New York. 1 hour in, dude.
I think speaks volumes. Could he have been better with his money? I'm sure. There's probably stuff we don't know. He's implying there's stuff.
Dude, holy shit. Could he be better with his money? Bro. More than half his debt was back taxes. It's just budgeting. Yes, he could have been better with his money. It's taxes.
We don't know, but like, still, 500,000 sub YouTuber. I can tell you that he's not making anywhere near as much as you think.
Someone in the chat said go 1 hour into the ocean.
I think he is.
Yeah, that's another option.
No progressive YouTuber besides Hassan or that like sphere that orbits Hassan is. Maybe Vosh. Vosh is the one exception outside the Hassan
What's the
orbit
name
that's
of the
making money
guy
right now.
Keemstar
Obviously, you've got
Orbiter,
your big
Nick
channels like
Oreo,
Brian Taylor Cohen and
Mr.
Farron Bounds and
Oreo.
stuff, but that's like borderline mainstream news.
Dude, these guys don't want jobs. They want to live in coastal cities. They want to live hyper-consumeristic lifestyles. Dude,
Mr. Oreo.
Something's got to give. Like, it's just not going to work.
Now, because mainstream news is online.
Nicholas,
you know,
the goat.
I'm gonna
Thank
probably
you for
do
the
some kind of
$5, my
fundraiser
man.
or do a Patreon relaunch.
How come the horse lolly man is the only one making money? Listen, this is going to sound crazy for people who hate Vosh, like, you know, me, because he's the only one of these guys who's fucking talented. That's why. Vosh is able to continue with his niche of people who do not care that he is the horse lolly man because he's talented and he's able to stream through it. These guys don't have the luxury. Xanderhal took a huge audience hit because he fought with Keffels. Imagine, dude.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Imagine losing a significant portion of your audience because you're fighting with
Are you
Keffels.
a sitter or a stander when you wipe?
I'm a sitter. Fuck you.
There's a bunch of stuff I've been doing over on Patreon that I still hadn't even like announced here on YouTube yet, but I just can't take it anymore.
Who the fuck stands to... Is that like when you fucking pull your pants down and pee in the urinal?
This is just a lot of strain
No
to put on
way,
that. And I've
There's
felt
a
for a long time
KFC
that like
in
I'm
Yemen.
on the verge
Wiggle or
of
Kel cut him some slack. You saw his resume. Employers misunderstand the significance of his Barbie documentary.
Oh my god, dude, he wrote on his fucking resume that he fucking did a feminist Barbie documentary. Dude, this guy just is he's not getting a job. Oh no. It's a good thing they paid his taxes for him because he was not getting a job.
kind of like making it. Like I've been dancing around the periphery for a while. You know, back in 2020, right before COVID happened. You know.
Oh yeah, I was right.
The numbers were really doing good. The Patreon was really solid. I was making more money than I'd ever made, and it really seemed like.
How did you not make money during COVID, during the ivermectin era?
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5,
Dude,
my
you know what's crazy? Every YouTuber who's gotten started in the last couple of years blew up during COVID. These guys found some way to not be profitable while everyone's home looking for something to watch. That is so fucking crazy.
It was going to keep heading that way, and then they just started to dip.
Doesn't he have to pay taxes? Yeah, that was my prediction, is that he got $150,000 in donations. He'll forget to pay the taxes, pay off all his debt, buy a bunch of stupid shit, and he'll be 50K in debt. That's what I think will happen.
Nicholas,
he'll be 50, 60K.
I appreciate that.
I did hear about the
new
content cop stuff.
Guy allegedly groomed a girl.
Fantastic. So I won't be posting that VOD. We're gonna just move on with that one. That's kind of sad. I don't feel super fucking super good about promoting that guy. So I'm probably not gonna post that
Half the
VOD
people
promoting his
sit and
channel.
wipe, the other half stand. These two groups of people don't know the other group exists
No.
until someone brings it up in a
No,
super chat. in
nobody
Nicholas
stands.
DeOrio's
Nobody
stream.
stands. That's ridiculous. Thank you for hitting the goal. That's not accurate.
Progressive content has been on a steady...
One in the chat if you're a sitter. Two in the chat if you're a stander. Solve it. Actually,
Decline.
wait. I don't want to out anybody like that. You don't have to do it. I'm going to put a poll. All right. Sit or stand. This is more accurate. Sit. Stand. All right. Put it in. Who's a sitter? Who's a stander?
Since 2020. And yet, through that time, Hassan's fan base grew as the rest of the left shrunk. And it makes me wonder how much of the online left was sort of absorbed by Hassan culturally and just exists in Hassan's chat. How much of it got absorbed?
Dude, someone wrote in all caps, stand to poop? No, stand to wipe. It's... No, I don't think anybody here stands.
Absorbed over back to Tumblr over the years when Tumblr kind of, like, I think unbanned porn was a big thing they did. How much of the online left now is just living on Tumblr? They've left Twitter and YouTube because of how awful it's gotten, and now, as much as I hate to say it, if things don't change...
Dude, 58% of the chat voted that they fucking sit. That means 42% of you are standing wipers. This is ridiculous. I'm ending the poll. It doesn't agree with my ideology. It never happened.
Soon, there's a good chance that in the coming year plus, maybe 1 or 2 years at the most, that the only progressive content creators you're going to have to watch when you log onto YouTube that are like dedicated leftist creators are Vosh, Hassan, and if you want to stretch the definition, Destiny. Like, obviously...
Is Darth Vader a virgin? No, I'm not. Why would so many people be Googling
You've got your Brian
that?
Taylor Cohen and stuff, but if we're talking, like, funny commentator, like, lefty BreadTube guys, that's
Do you guys remember the time Xanderhal debated Destiny on why he's not friends with Vosh anymore? There was a debate between Destiny and Xanderhal on his friendship with Vosh and why it should return.
road we're on right now.
Nicholas!
And as much as I'd like to say it's because of YouTube, yeah, the algorithms are unfriendly, but also look at the rates of engagement on these channels that you enjoy. And think about how often you yourself don't engage
Nicholas!
Thank you.
Goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
These channels by leaving likes and comments. I hate to say it, but if you're one of those people, you're part of the problem.
Wait, what? What? Wait,
What's the name of
what did
the
he
guy
just say?
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick
Wait,
Oreo,
wait.
Mr. Oreo.
By the way, his chat is not moving.
About how often you yourself don't engage.
Dude, his chat doesn't reach the bottom.
Engage with these channels by leaving likes and comments.
Chat, you're the reason why we can't afford to live. You've refused to like the video.
I hate to say it, but...
You're part of the problem, chat.
If you're one of those people, you're part of the problem. Channels on, or any content online,
Nicholas!
grows in the algorithm based on the rate of
$5,
engagement.
Have you tried giving away Amazon gift cards when you get a certain number of likes, dude? Is that where this is gonna go? I'll give you a $20 Visa gift card.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Thank you for the 10 gifted.
Viewer count of that content. Let's say you post a tweet or a video or any form of post. 99% of internet algorithms have it set such that that post will be sent out to a random audience of people that are likely, based on some keywords, to have an interest in the post. Maybe it's like 50 people end up seeing it initially. Based on how many of those 50 people, let's say, clicked on one of my videos, how many of those people then decide to comment and leave a like on the video determines how many more impressions, as they're called.
Dude, this guy's trying to make a video on this fucking guy who can't afford to, like, live anymore. And he cannot stop interrupting it to talk about how horrible his numbers are and how he's, like, on the trajectory to become this guy. He's one head of hair away from being this guy.
Or comment means it gets more people to see it.
Dude, okay, we get it.
Following already, or it's like a really special case.
Yeah, the title of the video is Trump Wants a Birthday Parade.
A scenario. It usually starts by getting a couple hundred or a few thousand, it's a million plus views. Like Innuendo Studios, I'd consider, especially a few years ago, one of the left's largest creators. We're in a bad spot right now, guys. Like, no, I don't know how things are gonna go with the future of this country.
Have you considered adapting to current trends?
If this is where sentiment is, at least online, and politics seems to exist online these days, so it's not a good sign.
And it's never really recovered. You know, once I hurt my back and I couldn't work for a while, and life just got more expensive. I've just...
Change nothing, concede no arguments. Live exactly as you've lived. Eventually things will get better.
it's really seemed like, especially with joining Nebula and everything, it keeps feeling like if I could just hang on a little
Wait,
longer.
what is Nebula? We didn't cover this yesterday. I heard it's a shitty YouTube alternative. It's like D Live for fucking YouTube that no one would possibly know what it is. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Premium streaming from independent. I've never even heard of this platform. $6 a month. Who the fuck's picking this over Netflix? Now it's obviously cheaper. It's $60 a year, but I'm gonna pick YouTube. Oh, look, Van Life. Is that what this is? What is this? This is what he's been doing? Okay. Yeah, dude. Hey, I'm trying to make money. I'm going into debt. I figured I'm going to put my new series on Odyssey and paywall it. Do you have enough lemons to watch my new video?
I get it cracked. And I
Someone in the chat wrote fucking, you should check out Ricada Law. And the first word the video said after that was crack. Just for, that's not super relevant to anything that we're talking about, but I did feel the need to point it out.
become one of those like fully self-sustained people, and maybe I would, maybe if I could hold on a little longer, I would, but I can't.
That guy had Coke bullets in his couch, dude.
I can't keep struggling.
I found out what a Coke bullet was because of him.
So
I'm going to open up about this, and I'm almost certain this is also a factor for him as well.
Oh, please, Xanderhal, give us your insight.
I'm going to make an analogy here really quick.
Give it to me.
I want you to imagine that your job is cleaning up trash on the highway.
Oh, no.
Right? Like you really are passionate about keeping the environment clean.
Oh, we're not gonna compare these, right?
And
this is gonna go. Oh
no!
no!
A lot of people litter on the highway, so your job.
I'm clenching right now, dude. My face is like in cringe mode.
Is to.
Hold on. Oh, thank you so much, Bungus. What did you say? It didn't read. I'm sorry. What do you mean by stand to wipe? Why? Have you always been this way? Did some sort of trauma affect you? Are you getting the angle right? Are you for fucking aerodynamics? I don't know. I don't know any standing wipers personally.
Environment clean, and you know that a lot of people litter on the highway. So your job is to clean up trash along the highway, and you get paid $5 an hour to do this.
$5. Right? If you can't spare $5 for your local trash recovery, man.
And you get paid $5 an hour to do this. Right? And you are just doing back-breaking labor in order to do something good for the world. It's not like, yeah, the money's not great. You hope that
I recommend watching Nicholas
DeOrio's you just gave me 4 times the daily salary for this hypothetical garbage man.
One day you can make more and live a little more comfortably. But what really matters to you is that you're making something. And maybe it could be more one day, but it's off of something you care about.
Is he comparing himself to back-breaking, in the middle of the heat, picking up garbage off the street labor?
It is something you are expressing a moral good that you stand by.
Because people are really passionate about picking up trash off the fucking freeway. And if they keep doing it, eventually they'll find like a crumpled up $100 bill. What the fuck is going on, dude?
In your line of work, and that matters to you. That is a special thing to you. And then every day you see dudes in multi-$100,000 supercars wearing $1,000 outfits.
Dude, those are the big
the guy Keemstar Orbiter,
Dude.
Nick Oreo.
Dude, I see these Lamborghinis going by. I'm like, that guy was picking up trash like me, like 6 months ago. Dude, I could be that guy.
$100,000 supercars, wearing $1,000 outfits, screaming racial slurs at their car windows, as they throw trash at you.
Wait, dude, wait. Xanderhal is portraying himself as the soy garbage picker-upper on the side of the road, while the big shad conservatives run by, calling him the N-word and throwing trash out of their Lamborghinis. This is the most insane admission of defeat I have ever... Dude, this is like fetishizing his loss. What is happening right now? He's literally... He is making himself the soy jack, and he's making the other person the Giga Chat.
$1,000 supercars, wearing $1,000 outfits, screaming racial slurs at their car windows as they throw trash at you. And you deal with that every day for years and years and years as you hold on to hope that one day you're going to maybe get a fraction of the success they have. So when they do that, maybe it hurts a little less that they're going home to a
Dude, are you saying that you make this content to stick it to the conservatives who just keep... Dude, I feel like they don't win that hard. I feel like the people, like the conservatives that are Xanderhal caliber don't drive Lamborghinis. I don't think that's even accurate.
Much more lavish lifestyle than you could ever hope to experience. Maybe you're even...
Is Big Papa Fascist making Lamborghini money? Is he Lamborghini Mercy making your bitch so thirsty? Like,
just outright struggling to get by, more likely than not. And meanwhile, these infinitely worse people are making way more money off of...
Did Lauren Southern, like, lose her Lamborghini in the divorce? Am I missing something here?
Expressing their lack of moral character. Try your best to put yourself in those shoes, and that's really the best way I can describe how I feel personally when I see the average right...
I think the quartering has a plane, so that might be more accurate. But the quartering's in debt. When we covered the quartering, he's in debt. Right? He was trying to shill fucking coffee so he could buy, like, a K-cup creator. Yeah, we literally covered a poor conservative YouTuber this year.
Wing grifter like the quartering. The quartering makes, I believe, like 6 figures a month.
Oh.
It recently came out as, maybe less so now, but like a couple...
Dude, he was literally like poor like a month ago.
That he was making 6 figures a month. Like, that's life-changing money. And far from what I think most online leftist figures could make in a lifetime. And when that's the reality, when you're like struggling to get by in comparison to that, and what they stand for is objectively evil, it feels like it's just evil being rewarded every day, and it's just this
But how do you explain Hassan Piker? How do you explain Destiny? How do you explain Ethan Klein? I'm sorry. I'm
factor that I can only imagine is severely impacted as mental.
But like, okay, Xanderhal, you'll never be the quartering. But
no way, no! There's a KFC in Yemen.
I am not yelling racial slurs. I'm signing along to the new Kanye song, dude. Now pick up the trash.
Like, you'll never be the quartering, but you could be Augie.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
Xanderhal could get to a point where he streams to 1,000, 2,000 people. He could definitely do it.
Which is kind of remarkable.
You could be. I mean, like, I don't think he's as talented. Or they do the same kind of thing, but he could be that equivalent. He could make like what Augie made when he was doing After Hours. That's an attainable level. You have to remember back then, Xanderhal was pulling viewers, right? Augie, I don't know who else. Maybe not Augie. You could be. Fuck, who is an example of a right-wing creator?
You could have milked that so
that's like
much
Xanderhal caliber. Yeah, I think Augie's a little higher, actually. I'm sorry. I apologize, Augie. Like, I don't think Ethan Ralph is a good one either, because Ethan Ralph made a shitload of money. His issues are not ideology-based. He'll make ideology money. He's got, like, court problems that have kept him from growing, and platforming issues. No, not Def Noodles. Def Noodles is like a newer conservative shill. I don't think that... No. Well... it's a little bit above Def Noodles. A little above current Def Noodles. Mayo Monkey, Tonka Sauce... No, not Nux Taku. Nux Taku's a little too big. We gotta find the just right creator. Not Kino. Kino Casino's a little too big. Kino Casino's a little too big. No. I don't know. I feel like I'm insulting anybody I compare him to.
You know, especially when his...
I don't want to say Flamenco before he crashed out because that's extremely ironic. But yeah, Flamenco was pulling 500 viewers before he crashed out. Maybe Flamenco pre Nick DeOrio.
His job is to cover the successful, wealthy, well-off people.
My point is this: there's no reason that this guy can't get to a point where he's making 10, 15 grand a month. You know, I think he can do it. I think that he could probably get there.
Who are destroying the world and are getting paid to destroy the world. And the people who claim to be against it are not really rallying in support to stop it or rallying in support of content calling it out. And it's a very demotivating thing. It's depressing. It's like Denethor in Lord of the Rings when he's like the steward of Gondor when like Sauron's army is invading. Denethor is just like looking at...
Dude, these analogies are just getting crazier and crazier.
For now, we're going to call this a sabbatical. I'm not officially quitting. It's possible I will find part-time work, which means that, you know, if it's enough
This is like that one time in the Marvel movie. That's me in every drama. This is like the one time in the Avengers Star Wars movie.
That it brings in decent money that I could supplement Patreon and AdSense with. I could keep doing this part-time, which is... You know,
dude, the Amazing Atheist. No, this is not the Amazing Atheist.
With freelancing in school, so... Maybe
this is bearded bald man archetype number 8.
That's an option. I have to see what's out there. But at least for the next month or so, kind of my mindset is to live my life with the question, what if I wasn't a YouTuber? Like, how would I spend my time?
It took him 7 years to ask, like, what if I was unemployed?
My energies. What would I work on if you didn't always have that gnawing feeling of like I should be working on?
Oh, I should also mention, by the way, it's not just that.
Like, you just know that this guy's search history is, can I file unemployment if I quit my job being a YouTuber? You just know that he looked that up on Reddit at 4 o'clock in the morning.
By the way, the factor that I mentioned before of like awful people making bank off of being awful people online, it's also...
Yeah, he could be like no bullshit when he was a bit more popular. Yeah, that could be a good comparison.
The fact that like
the left-wing equivalent.
One of the right's biggest attacks lately has been the fact
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
No one goes right-wing till after they have the success. Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah.
Being a progressive creator is not financially... Like, it doesn't make a lot of money. And they'll tongue-in-cheek call you a grifter while pointing that out, which is hilarious. But also... they gloat about it, right? Like they gloat and they even use it as an argument for why the left is wrong, right? Like if the left was making good points and was correct, then people would watch their content and support what they have to say. But look how little support they get. Look how little reach they have. Clearly, they have nothing of value to say. And that rhetoric is actually very successful. We know nowadays...
Rhetoric? Wait, teaching... Where have I heard those words before?
The internet is very prone to the bandwagon effect.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Running success of conservative cultural rhetoric just kind of picks people up like a lint roller, you know? Like if people are lint, that rhetoric and that culture is a lint roller, and it's just kind of gathering up more and more and more.
The goat.
Do you guys view... Chat, maybe he'd have more money if he stopped referring to his audience as lint. Chat, would you like to be Nick's lint squad or something, dude? I'm just gonna get the roller and just roll you guys up and just slam you into my wallet, dude. You guys are lint.
My video. You know, what would my home look like? What would my social life look like?
Dude, like, what are we, dust to you? Like, dude, maybe this guy would have more viewers if we didn't like dehumanize them to the point of calling them dust.
How would my free time look?
Well, Xanderhal's audience, I guess, did kind of get crushed up in his hand and blow away.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
What will you have after 7 years? Everyone and everything you love will be gone.
Free time is a concept. We're just gonna see what that's like.
Nicholas,
so maybe
the
part-time
goat.
work. Maybe,
Thank you for the $5.
Maybe the channel sticks around in some capacity. You know, maybe I'll do something that leaves me energy on the weekends.
What will you have after 7 years? Everything in your savings account, Mark, will be gone.
DeOrio's latest video.
By the way, Xanderhal lives in the same area as me and it is expensive, but you can survive on 40K. 100K to break even is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, it's
also,
insane.
I stand.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on
Maybe I'll
Nicholas
collaborate
DeOrio.
with people.
Keffel's appreciated the
But right now
shout-out.
I'm not promising anything. I've been doing this for 11 years. And it's weird to say that it is the most financially stable I've ever been, because...
Dude, wait, I'm sorry.
Weird to say that I've been doing this for 11 years. And it's weird to say that it is the most financially stable I've ever been, because...
How bad was it before?
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
How bad was it before? What do you mean this is the most financially stable you've ever been in your life? What is going on, bro?
When I started this job, I was only a year or two off of food
What's
stamps,
the name
you
of
know?
the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
It's just never made the kind
Mr.
of income
Oreo.
that
This bald
that lets
guy
you
looks
trust.
like the dude Ian and Max found by the dumpster for a spit sample in human cake.
What a
Nicholas,
reference, dude.
the
Holy
goat.
shit.
Thank you for the $5,
that you're going to be able to cover your
He had a job before he was financially stable.
expenses 3-4 months from now. You know, I have no...
What I've really noticed is that people online in general, and the left is not immune to this, seem to pull their money around already successful people. And I feel like that's kind of like the donation effect, right? Using my stream and like Vosh as an example. If you want to get the attention of Vosh and get him to read your message and acknowledge your existence, a common thing among stream viewers, you know, kind of parasocial in nature, you got to donate more likely than not. You got to sub or like donate or give him money in some way, right? Because he's already big and successful and the chat's so loaded with people, which means inherently everybody watching has to donate to stand out. You know what I mean? Like it leads to this high level of incentive to support, but you have to already be inherently well off to have that incentive to support even more.
I just started streaming last January, and it just worked out. Okay.
And so when you're a smaller creator who can easily be gotten the attention of just from a chat message, people are less likely to drop their financial support to like leave a little dono message. And so, you know, smaller creators get less donations, not just because they have less.
No, it's like I didn't start streaming like forever. I streamed like on Twitch a little bit here and there. I started consistently streaming last January and grew my audience from fucking, what is it, like... I grew my audience from 300 on Twitch and immediately 500 on YouTube to 1,000 within a month, 2,000 within a year, and then more recently we've been higher. But I would say my normal average right now is between 3 and 5. It fluctuates. That's about a year and a half.
Viewers,
but it is YouTube drama, and there's a bigger pool of fishes.
Those viewers they have are less likely to need to donate.
You were 11K. Oh yeah, during Ethan Klein stuff, we routinely go between like 7 and 12.
Feel they need to donate,
but I don't really
get,
count
like,
that as my numbers.
Attention from the streamer, right? Which is generally like the trade-off in most of.
Yeah, I started streaming because Max pissed me off.
It was like arrangements.
Max and Edwin, but no one remembers Edwin.
I think, but yeah, I've noticed that as well.
No savings. There's nothing for retirement. I owe more.
There's nothing for retirement, dude. I owe more than I have. Dude, his retirement budget is like negative $50,000
a year. Outside of
like when he retires, he has to pay.
Big names. Probably almost all of your favorite YouTubers are doing worse than you think. So for the time being,
that's true.
I'm gonna leave the Patreon turned on at least for like a few months.
All right, if you're watching this stream, that is absolutely not accurate at all. No. We're doing just fine.
There's a bunch of stuff.
I think here's where I'm going to cut it off so you guys can go watch the video yourselves and give it like support on your own.
Dude, his whole segment is like, here's why my channel is dead. And then he watches a couple minutes of this guy's video and he's like, you should go watch the rest on his channel.
Like, just to
he's just done.
Speak volumes about how right he is. I mean, look how dead the chat has been for the last bit of this segment, you know? Like, we're literally having a conversation about how lack of engagement with progressive content.
Oh no! Oh my god, he realized his chat's dead. Oh my
bit of this segment, you know? You guys can go watch the video
Wait, dude, they're not interacting with you because you're just sitting there talking about your fucking channel. That's, oh god.
yourselves and give it like support on your own. But like just to speak volumes about how right he is. I mean, look how dead the chat has been for the last bit of this segment, you know? Like we're literally having a conversation about how lack of engagement with progressive content is what's kind of killing the online left.
I'm telling you guys what you're doing wrong and you're still not listening.
And like chatters are listening to this and like, yeah, but that doesn't count me. Like I don't need to say anything. You know, I think I'm not calling you guys out. I'm just using it as a point of
I'm not calling you guys out. I'm just disappointed in you.
example. You know, like even
When will you learn? You have bankrupted me, chat. Somebody needs to die for
Milk
this.
that so much harder.
Right now.
Content strategy.
Hey, by the way,
I'll help you
by the way,
maximize
it
your
was
money, all right?
very poorly timed. I very much apologize, but thank you guys for hitting the goal. You guys have earned another goal.
most of the chat is doing exactly that. You know, just very quiet, just kind of lurking.
I
you know,
recommend
trying.
watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Can we get one in the chat just from the
Saying
lurkers?
Things like terminal unemployability is peak financial stability is white conservative people buy your memberships for these weird people.
Do you think that the reason why some of these conservative content creators are able to do like more content better than some of these leftist guys, and by like better I mean more productively, like they actually spend time doing it, is because there's a percentage of the socialist people who are Discord bodied, don't leave their house archetype people, right? And a percentage of the conservative audience are like blue collar workers. Do you think that that contributes to why? I don't believe that all conservative YouTubers are getting $200 for pass and go, and they're just wildly successful. I think these people aren't taking advantage of the position they're in. Maybe not so much Xanderhal, but a lot of these guys could be making a shitload of money post-election. They just choose not to work hard. But I'm wondering if that's a work ethic thing, because again, conservative creators are not as socially popular on a lot of these sites, with the exception of maybe X. Right? And then a lot of them are banned from all these sites. So I don't know how... If Ethan Ralph is out earning you on a site half my chat's never heard of, you're doing something wrong or you should not be full-time on YouTube. Ethan Ralph should not be legally allowed to make more money than you. That literally needs to be the bar.
To exist in the background and just listen to content. It's 3 a.m. Zan. I'm not saying that. I'm not calling you out. I'm just using it as a point of example, you know? Progressive viewers tend to be, you know, lurkers, and they just kind of hang out, you know? I feel like we got to make a culture out of being more...
Ralph is entertaining. I think that Ralph's best quality is that he's very entertaining, okay? He says tons of stuff I don't agree with. He's done horrible things, so many horrible things. I don't even remember all of them, right? But he's entertaining, got a radio voice, has high energy, right? He also streams on a website that I'm not even currently... I don't know which one he's on right now. Could be Odyssey, could be D-Live, could be Rumble. I don't know where he's currently streaming, but I know that most of my chat doesn't frequent it. If you are making less money than someone who does not have access to YouTube because they are permanently banned from there, they are permanently banned from Twitch. If those people are out earning you, you cannot afford to continue making YouTube full time. You are not a full-time YouTuber. Someone on Rumble cannot out earn you.
We're just locked in and active. I've even been kind of guilty of this myself, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched a lot less political content lately, and because of that, I've not been engaging, liking, and commenting on my favorite political content creators as much lately. And I remember when I was younger, maybe some of you guys can relate to this, I worry that I'm causing this problem in some of my favorite creators all the time. It's one of my biggest anxieties.
Wait, his anxiety is that he's not liking and commenting on his favorite creators enough? At this point, it sounds like it should be rent.
You ever watch a creator, you really like them, and you love their content, but like you're not always in the mood to watch the content they make, right?
No! I watch Chud Logic and nothing else.
Maybe they make Rust videos. Rust is my favorite.
I watch Chud Logic, I throw on EFAP. Recently I watched a video from Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and it was really bad, and I was so bad, in fact, that I messaged Mauler about it because I needed to know why it was so bad. Can I get a poll right now? I need you to listen to me on this one, okay? I need someone to tell me right now, Who here has watched Falcon and the Winter? Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Movie that is
Okay. Would you describe John Walker as like irredeemable? Sorry, I just need to settle this right now.
Wrong feelings about.
Okay, why does he hate John Walker so much? I don't understand. Listen to how he describes John Walker. I hate media literacy, but this is a little bit ridiculous.
A little more to work with. He's kind of the punching bag here, and I do think that's good for someone as morally reprehensible as him. But
I don't think that John Walker is morally reprehensible. He has like 3 weird lines about John Walker. I don't think you're supposed to come away thinking that John Walker is a morally reprehensible human being.
But I feel like he doesn't really get a big moment to shine like some of the other characters in this story. We also have Bucky, who's very cool. He has a
Every comment about John Walker is weird in this video, and I feel like that's not what you were supposed to pull from that. Here, look at this. This is a 2-minute mark.
These characters way more. When I went into this movie, I was thinking, you know, it's gonna take a lot for you to make me like John Walker.
That was your thing coming into the movie? Why are you acting like he's Hitler?
Guy's kind of a scumbag. But surprise, surprise, I guess it's kind of easy to feel bad for these people when you get multiple opportunities.
What? Here. Now we jump ahead.
There are more members of the Thunderbolts crew, and while I think John Walker was significantly more likable than he was in the Falcon show, I would have liked if they gave him a little more to work with. He's kind of the punching bag here, and I do think that's good for someone as morally reprehensible as him, but I feel like...
That is such a... Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, weird tangent, I know. Okay, okay.
Video game.
I don't review movies. Okay, all my takes are bad. All my takes on movies and video games are bad. Never listen to them. But I think that guy's take is bad, okay?
But some days I wake up and I'm not in the mood to watch Rust videos where guys like killing dudes on Rust and they're like screaming in response. Some days I'm super into that, and I want to binge those videos from morning to sunset, and some days I'm just not down to watch that particular content.
Dude, this guy's like apologizing because he can't jump in chat to say hi to like fucking Shark 7.
Worry, and the
Sharknado, dude.
It's happened before, where like, I take a hiatus from watching that particular content. Maybe for a few months, maybe for a year, maybe 2.
Bro, if you have time to watch YouTube, then you're not making enough YouTube. If you have time to sit down, okay? If you're not multitasking, okay? And you have enough time to sit down and watch multi-hour long streams, bro, you should just be streaming longer. Your friends will understand.
And I tune into that content after getting the twinge to watch it again, to that channel or whatever.
Dude, you know what I do when I really want to watch a video? I fire up a stream. You know what I do when I get the hankering to play Fortnite? I fire up a stream. Why if you want to share this content with your audience because you really like it, why don't you just stream it?
And I go to check it out.
I've got to research a topic. You know what I do? I fire up a stream.
And I find out, oh, they haven't uploaded in 6 months. They basically quit after their channel slowly died off. I guess I wasn't the only one that just took a little break from watching the content, you know? And I find out that like I kind of became a little bit what's a good way of putting this? This happened with some of my favorite creators, by the way, such as Fods and Skitscape, great Minecraft YouTubers.
Dude, when I was making my fucking videos, I would chug coffee, grab my phone notes app, listen to 2 videos at the same time on 2x speed to get all of the information in as quick a way as humanly possible.
Back in the day. We're like...
Have you ever listened to 2 videos at once while researching?
I got really complacent with the idea that I could always just check out their content and tune in and watch whatever they're up to at any time.
Like I would hear a keyword and bounce back and forth.
Right? I just became comfortable with the idea that they're just going to continue growing, right?
Nick, do you take stimulants? No, I literally would just... I actually, I was probably like a Monster Energy drink at that point. I don't think... I started... The coffee stuff is more streaming.
Like obviously.
But like on the phone now, it's so good because you can 4x stuff. There's like 3 and 4x options, so you can go faster.
Like they're there, right? And so I would just occasionally take a couple months breaks from watching their videos and then tune back in and binge watch their stuff. And then eventually I tuned in and saw that they were on a hiatus. And
Nicholas! The goat. Thank you for the $5,
Dude,
my man.
Xanderhal is like getting all the wrong like lessons from this. Wow, I found all these people were like having channels that were slowly declining, and I was like, fuck, man, I didn't support them as much as I needed to. It's like, you are that creator. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, Frogan. The unemployment line is calling.
From Yasuke Vermeulen in chat says,
if I was on Adderall, you'd know it.
You considered making better content?
I mean, I've never had Adderall before, but I feel like you'd know it.
Must be the viewer's fault. You are clearly a conservative in chat to concern troll.
Oh my, dude, there's 3 people chatting and he got 1 guide. Holy shit, dude, there's no way.
Must be the viewer's fault. You are clearly in chat says, have you considered making better content? Must be the viewer's fault. You are clearly a conservative in chat to concern.
Dude, and you know, he just described conservatives as big, rich, Lamborghini driving gigachads. So he's saying have you considered making better content? And he's having a PTSD flashback to his fetishization of what conservative content creators are making. It literally just took him back, dude, to the poverty-stricken side of the road warrior, fucking picking up trash.
From Yasuke Vermeulen in chat says, have you considered making better
Nicholas,
content?
The goat. Thank you for the $5.
Must be the viewer's fault. You are
if Nick was on Adderall, maybe he'd finally up. Literally, that probably would have fixed the problem.
Clearly a conservative in chat to concern troll.
You know what's funny? I gotta be honest with you. This is the crazy part. We've been watching this for 2 hours. He has not gotten a single super chat in this entire segment. Like, we don't even know what his notification sounds like.
I'll actually use you as an argument before we finish up the segment. Like I said before, you will deal with people like these constantly anytime you try to acknowledge this. The right doesn't want there to be a conversation on the left about the fact that, like, algorithms objectively work the way they do, and if the left is going to reach a broader audience, then like
what? Dude, I gotta be hold on. You don't have the fucking authority to say this. He does not have the fucking authority.
I have just been notified. You're corporate enemy number 1. Leviathans are coming. You need to go hide underground.
Thank you. Dude, the jets, the stealth bombers are coming to get me.
And if the left is going to reach a broader audience, then like the audiences have to engage. They want to try and turn your audience against you when you have that conversation by saying, oh, well, why don't you just make better content? Doesn't matter how good the content is. Like, algorithms work the way they do.
Who the fuck am I gonna listen to? What do you know about the algorithm? Your channel is dying. All of your friends are quitting. Your niche is closing. Please, tell me more about the algorithm, Xanderhal. I think I could learn a lot.
And sure, I could make better content, but that's a given. You know, you try to make your last video.
Do you think there's a conspiracy out to get, like, Susan Wojcicki died and now the YouTube is gone conservative?
Video better than you try to make your next video better than the last video every time. That's just a given in content creation, but like that we're talking about a conversation separate from that fact. I think most people who watch Innuendo Studios, the 500,000 sub YouTuber, I think they like his content.
Let's test that theory. Innuendo Studios has 500,000 subscribers. He says that most people who watch his videos probably like that content. Okay, so out of the 500,000 people who watch these videos... Oh, actually, wait! They actually do. His 500,000 do show up. Now, on his long-form content, the stuff that makes him money, he'll... Actually, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong, dude. I got Mike from PA. This guy actually gets views. He's just so fucking lazy. His problem isn't viewership. It really is that he's just lazy. That's crazy. You're right. I will give it to you, Xander. I apologize.
I think he makes good content personally.
I got mic'd.
And I'm sad he's going. So yeah, I don't think that Innuendo...
He's literally just lazy. He can't make his fucking 2-minute sketch 10 minutes. Or 8.5 minutes, whatever he needs to get 2 ads in there.
Studios, for example, needed to just make better content.
Now, Xanderhal, on the other hand, has 100,000 subscribers, and his viewers have watched... Okay, well, they didn't like Border Patrol Almost Got Hassan Piker, because, well, 105 of them 105,000 of them didn't watch that video. This is what I was expecting to see on the other guy's channel. So he's comparing himself to this guy and said, yeah, I don't necessarily think they have the same problem.
So yeah. Anyway, you're always going to get the people that want to like concern troll you into not having this conversation because, yeah, the internet's a little cagey about it, but it is what it is. Bro came in to mass flag with his 5 ults. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, though, if you enjoyed this segment and you want to support the channel, don't just support my channel, mind you, but all your favorite progressive channels. Make it a habit to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all...
Unironically, if everyone here got YouTube Premium, never watched an ad again, I think that most channels would see an uptick in revenue. I legitimately think that YouTube Premium is cracked.
Notification.
I think if you're gonna think of like becoming a member for me long term, think about just doing Premium. It's a little bit more, but like you'll get more out of it, other than like the membership that gives you my Discord server. Become a member for a month, get the Discord server, get Premium. It benefits everybody, not just me.
It's totally free, and it really...
Yeah, no more ads. You can then, like, off your phone app or whatever, can listen to shit in the background. I love Premium. I've had Premium for years, but I need it. Or I look like a huge hypocrite who has ad block on when I stream, even though I think it's fine if you... By the way, personally, I have no problem if you ad block me. If you want to watch my videos with no ads and you don't want to pay for it, you have my permission to use ad block on my channel.
Actually does
Not that
help.
you need it, but just to be clear, it's there.
So I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to follow my social medias and see stuff from me on other platforms, you can. I've even got a fan Discord where I do not one-on-one, but like I get on the ground with the community. And I host gaming events, call-in streams, watch parties, and movie nights as well. So definitely tune in, check it out.
I recommend watching Nicholas
Thank you.
DeOrio's latest video.
It's very fun.
So that's the Xanderhal thing. I'm not going to watch much more of this. But yeah, he's streaming this at like 3 in the morning. Like, actually, hold on. Is that coming up?
To hang out in the Discord, you don't want to miss it.
Nicholas,
and on top of that, if you want to see more from
Thank
me
you
in
for
the
the
future
$5,
and support the channel, help me keep a roof above my head and
Oh my God,
lights on
dude.
in the Xanderhal studio.
This is like when Bunty King is... Like, hold on. Let me see. Night, maybe? Dude, if you want to keep the lights
the
on
goat.
in my house...
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Then please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhal.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or buy some custom Xanderhal merch through the Streamlabs link down below. Regardless of how you support me, though, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.
Imagine if I ended every segment with an outro like that, and you had to hear me do that 4 times in a night. We're about to go into our EHD coverage. Sorry, this was the intro tangent. It's become a full segment.
Alrighty. How'd you guys like that segment? I feel like it came out...
Oh my god. Dude, could you imagine if I finish every segment, pause, sigh, and go, so did you guys like that one? Was that fun for you? Did you like when I did that thing? Yeah, you didn't think I could do that thing, did you?
Out pretty good, though. It's kind of a depressing topic, because, you know...
Wait, this guy's now having a meta conversation with how pathetic his segment was.
Things aren't looking good for the online left lately. I'm optimistic overall. Like, I think things will get better, especially with Trump just, no doubt, radicalizing.
Oh my god, wait, I'm so
whole
glad I didn't
generation
click off. This is so much worse.
Teens against the right in the coming, like, years, no doubt. It is still kind of sad where the left has fallen in comparison to, like, 4 years ago.
Stop this segment to keep talking.
Kind of feels like we've swapped places, you know? The anti-SJW YouTube community was, like, falling apart in 20...
Yeah, I feel like we just broke into his house and we're listening to him talk to his friends after his stream. This feels like I'm like a gross fucking breaking of his privacy.
And now we're in that same spot.
Dude, and he's talking to nobody. His chat's not moving. He's talking to himself.
The shoe is on the other foot again.
The shoe is on the other head.
This is our second time being the underdog. First it was 2016, now it's 2025. Well, 2024 and 2020.
Dude, and by the way, his examples, 2024 and 2020 and 2016, are the 2 most profitable years in commentary YouTube history. 2024, 2016, and now 2025 are the primo years to be doing this shit, just to be clear.
5.
Is Dark Viper AU
Assuming
a
it
virgin?
follows the exact
No,
same
I'm
trend
not.
timeline-wise,
Why would so many people be Googling
2027
that?
would be when we start to
Snaggle is
really
priority number 2. He will be disappeared
No,
within a calendar month.
Smaggle!
we
You
see
should have just said you
a
support the
big
stars and
shift.
stripes.
Like when left-wing channels start to actually experience big spikes in growth again. Remember, the left went from being in camps to being in parliament in under a decade in Europe. That's true. That is true. We might be in camps pretty soon, though, if we're not careful. Gotta lock in. Gotta lock in. Anyway, guys, I'm curious, what country are you all watching from tonight? I got one more topic I plan to cover before we wrap up this evening, and unfortunately it's past midnight, so I won't be able to do Minecraft.
So it's past midnight, and he's California time, right? Past midnight, so that would be, yeah, that's about 3 a.m. in the morning. Dude, you if you're in the Western time zone, you need to stream 3 hours earlier than me. If I stream at 6, you got to start at 3. It just, you need to be in. Majority of the world that matters, like the United States of America, are fucking sleeping. That's why nobody's donating to the stream. That's why chat's not moving. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in Western time. And by the way, I'm not insulting you. If you come from fucking Australia, if you come from the UK, all right, I'm not saying that you're bad viewers. I'm saying that you're a minority of the viewers because this fucking stream is 59% United States. And the rest is like 7% UK, 5% Canada, 3% Australia, 1% Germany, okay? The vast majority of you guys are in the United States. I mean, you could even statistically see when your audience is awake, right? The lowest time of my viewership is literally around the time that Xanderhal chooses to go live. What about Africa? Africa makes... Africa's pretty low. I don't see Africa. Well, it's by country. Africa's a continent. Is there anywhere in Africa specifically? Norway, Israel. Israel is 0.05% of my audience, dude. Israel. India's 0.03. Portugal, 0.03. Italy, 0.03. Japan. Where is Russia? 0.03. Ukraine, 0.1. But that statistic is getting bundled into Russia as we speak. They're trying to shut it down, dude. Turkey, 0.1. Estonia, 0.1. Thailand. Dude, the Thailand people, what, not the sex traffickers, what do they call? The sex tourists are 0.1% of my audience. Dude, 0.1% sex tourism, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Did you go to any ping pong parties? 0.1% of my audience. I learned all about this because that one drama about the ping pong party. Do you remember that? Holy fuck. All right, there's one more thing I want to do before we move on. We got it. We got to do it. We got to do it.
All right, so I wanted to make this.
No, that's not what I wanted. I don't want to hear somebody look at it. Who's got the Xanderhal IQ test clip? We have to play it.
Quick,
nope. Does anyone have the Xanderhal takes an IQ test? It's a quick clip. Does anybody? I can't find it. Oh no. Xanderhal's future
And then
career.
one day a video shows up in your recommended, and it'll have a really pretend.
Oh no, dude. That's Chud Logic watching. Wasn't it 93? No, he calls his mom, dude. He calls his mom. Oh no. Why would I have that clip? I feel like somebody has to. So there's enough people watching right now. Somebody's got the clip. Somebody's got the clip. Xanderhal IQ test. The most serious video I ever made. What is this?
Can you do an entire segment on this data report? I am the American sniper of rats.
That's a good quote. Oh god, we're not gonna find it. Did they watch it on maybe?
Yes, on.
Did you try debate Tectone? No, I haven't. I actually only found out recently that happened after I was setting up the stream today.
It's bad.
Let me see. Original video. IQ test. IQ? Maybe in this one? Nope. It's not in the EFAP. No. Oh god. I hate when like funny videos become lost media because it's been so long that like nobody, like everyone who clipped it has been banned by now. That's the only way. This Chud video is glitched. I can't click the description. Oh shit, dude. The dumbest leftist on YouTube, Turkey Tom. IQ.
What do you think? I'm stupid because my IQ is below average? Because my girlfriend spent all my money on crack? I'm not dumb, guys. Stop calling me that.
Oh, dude. Oh, no.
That she knows that he knows what he's saying? I'm not stupid, guys. What do you think? I'm stupid because my IQ is below average?
Dude, look at that screenshot where he's gazing into the 97 IQ. The full clip, he calls his mom, and he's like, Mom, why didn't you tell me?
Because my girlfriend...
Wait, did that have it? No, it just says Big Bungee, right?
Rather than something else.
What do you think? I'm stupid because my IQ is below average?
Yeah, it doesn't show the actual video. Holy shit. This happens to you because your file naming scheme? Well, I don't even think I have that clip locked in. Jesus. Alright, well, we'll move on. An online IQ test that's inflated? Really? He sided with H3 and lost Palestine. I think he'll gain 5k if he brings the Houthi rebel on stream. Yeah, maybe. Alright, guys, so that was the intro bit. That was the intro bits. Now we can start the stream. 3 hours in. I didn't think that was I thought that was going to be like a 10-minute thing. Rob's media is searching. Oh, Rob is on the case. We'll give Rob and his media a couple. All right, while Rob's media is currently doing that, what do you guys think about the segment? You know? I mean, I think that it's pretty dystopian where the BreadTubers are headed. Yeah, it's pretty sad, dude. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. What do you guys think we can improve some stuff in that? Or what, like, you guys like the segment? It was the appetizer! Dude, Mr. Krabs, bro, it's the appetizer. Holy shit, it was awful? You thought it was I thought it was awfully funny. Yeah, it could have been better. Needs more cowbell. That's like the skull in Halo, right? Plug the Patreon. Oh, guys, you got to sub to my Patreon, dude. There we go, dude. My Patreon.
I really like you.
Why? Oh, God. Having a Patreon for Half-Baked sucked. I went from never wanting a Patreon to never wanting to ever have one for me. Because you actually have to do stuff. Otherwise, you're just like fucking stealing from people. I don't know. You have to guilt trip your audience. Oh, yeah, guys. I need the lights to stay on. Dude. Okay, here, wait.
Nicholas!
Hold on, while he's pulling this up.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
I'm so lonely. All the other commentary YouTubers are scared of me. I have excelled to the top of my craft. I'm a victim of my own
Nicholas,
success.
The GOAT. Thank you for the $5.
Please like my stream. Dude, like... dude, I don't know, bro.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Oh, what are we doing? The
Mr.
next one
Oreo.
on? The other one's on. No, oh, we gotta hop into the EHD. I'm the Pope, dude. I'm the Pope. I'm a dude. I'm so lonely. My girlfriend left me for her meth dealer. All of my money was on my PayPal account that was spent on Steam games. All of my viewers have left to go to the Giga Chad Lamborghini driving conservative YouTubers. I am a victim of your failure to support my channel. Dude, I can't get over the PayPal. It's just such a... Dude, I don't... Xanderhal. I don't even get a real name. Oh, man. All right, we're going to start the next segment now. I don't think we're going to find the IQ clip. It's not super. Where's that from? It's Conquest. It's Conquest from Invincible, dude. Remember the time when an Invincible Conquest said that he was a lonely guy and that he was a victim of his own success, and then Invincible said that he could see the future and then that he wouldn't live to tomorrow. Remember the time from the address the content address these dick and balls, bro, in your mouth. Address these fucking nuts in your mom's ass, dude. How about that?
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Xanderhal. All of my money was in that PayPal. Squidward, haven't you heard of a bank?
Dude, Xanderhal, all of my money was in that PayPal, Squidward. Haven't you heard of a bank?
Unfortunately, but
all right, let's get out of here. Let's get on to the next subject. Okay, EHD time. I'm gonna tweet out the stream again. It's time for our evening EHD. All right, evening E. Oh God, what the fuck? I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself right now. Let's go. Noah Samson time. Dude, you know who's my favorite character in Invincible? It's Black Samson, right? Because he's a more diverse version of Noah. I am very virtuous. Please support my channel and like the stream to keep the light.